All right, I want to welcome everybody to the family tree. Put your hands together, family. Hey, 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 hey,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
hey.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah.
up?
Yes,
Huh,
yes.
huh,
All right, this is the time and the place for
uh-huh.
something for you to get your dose of holistic health. How about
I
that?
know that right.
All right, all right. And I hope everybody's doing well and that
Yes, yes,
things are
yes.
going well and that you're keeping things in perspective. You know, the weather's breaking a little bit there, Big B.
Yeah, man.
And with that, I'm going to bring down the volume here so we can get started.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's what's up. That's what's
All
up.
right, all right, all right, all right. I'm going to come off share here, buddy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There
All
you
right,
go.
how's everybody doing, man?
Everything is
Everybody
fine.
good?
Yeah, man. Of course. You know that.
Good, good, good,
We don't be
good.
playing.
Everybody ready.
Except
Everybody
for my
locked and
knee.
loaded and getting it in, right?
Everybody ready to go, man.
All right, I want to welcome you to the family tree. Is this the first time you're coming? Hey, let this not be the last time. We
That's
call
right.
it the
That's right.
family tree because we gather around the tree just as the ancient laurel trees that were all around us in our culture. And we gather around the tree to talk about situations, anything going on with the family, networking, communication. Guess
Yeah,
what? We
yeah, yeah,
prayed
yeah.
around that tree because that was
Well,
our real social
secure.
security. You got to
That's right,
say it
buddy.
slow now. You got
That's
to
right,
say it
man.
slow. Social
Social security.
security. That's not a check. It's your
Woo.
family. How about that?
Family. Yeah,
So,
man. Yeah,
with that
man.
being in mind, this is a platform where you can ask any questions on your heart, your mind, anything that you may come up with. This is the place that we sort of put it together. And we may not know all the stuff, but hey, what? Guess what, Big B? We'll try our best, right? And
Sure
if we
will,
don't
buddy.
have it, we'll try to get
We'll
the
find it
information
somehow
for
or
you.
other.
That's right. We'll answer the question. So I want to invite you down if you want to participate and be in the chance to ask a question. Go down to your menu and you'll see a little heart with the reaction. Click on the reaction, put your hand up, and yes, just like Big B up there, you can
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
question.
yeah,
You'll
yeah.
be in queue, and it's as you hit it. It's not we don't control how the order goes. So as you click it, that's who's in front of you or in
That's
back.
right.
All right. So with that being the case, you may have also said, "Well, I don't want to get on view. I just gotta, I just want to ask a question." You might want to put it down in the chat box. So
There you
put it
go.
down in the chat box. You hit the chat box, put it in there, and Prophetess. I don't know if she's in yet. Is she
I
in?
haven't seen
I
Prophet
haven't
yet,
seen
Dr.
her in
P.
yet. Or Big B will get to the question and we'll try to bring it to the forefront and
That's
we'll
right.
ask the question. If you're someone that's calling by phone and you may have missed the prompt where it actually tells you how to raise your hand, don't worry. Just let us know you're calling by phone and we'll try to get it in. All right. So I want to welcome everybody. And without further ado, I want to welcome our host with the most, Big
Woo,
B,
woo,
Bill
woo, woo,
1L
woo, 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 woo.
Morgan.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
What's
buddy.
up,
Yeah,
buddy?
buddy.
How you
Hey,
doing over there,
man.
buddy?
Look, I'm doing good now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the snow
Mm-hmm.
finally melted outside my garage, so I can back up.
Yeah. Yeah, no snow. That's right. No snow, right?
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah.
been crazy. Yeah, it's funny. On one side of the house where the sun is, it's all
Mm-hmm.
gone. By the garage, buddy, what you talking about? And
What?
I'm taking care of my young body nowadays. I am not out there trying to show or nothing.
You
I told
delegate.
my I told my
Delegate.
wife I'm gonna back right up on top of that bad boy. Not gonna worry about
I hear you. So, Big B, lots going on, man. We are in flu season, man.
it.
Officially, we are getting hit.
Yeah,
So,
man.
give us some updates because there was a pull or halt on the data.
Yeah, man.
The Trump administration has put brakes on some of
Yeah,
the
man.
actual numbers. So, did we get any updates or what's the
No,
status
man.
on
We
that?
are we are still stuck, Dr. P, at the on some of them January 4 and some of them on January 11. So we're just kind of caught between a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
numbers
yeah.
not changing right now.
So just understand, family, that the numbers, we don't really have any numbers other than the last numbers. You can give them the last numbers that we have
Right.
from, I think it was January the 11th. I think it was the
Well,
last
January
time.
11 on one
Yep.
of them. Let's say on January 11th for what they call early indicators under the test for positivity, it's sort of staying kind of even at 6.6%.
Uh-huh.
And for the emergency department visits, guys, that's at 1.3%. So it's kind of leveled off for there, according to this last piece here.
Right.
And severity indications for hospitalizations, our rates per 100,000 population, we're at 3.3%. So it's like it's come up a little bit, but it's kind of leveled off.
Yeah,
and our
yeah.
death, Dr. Pete, is at per, let's say this is for due for COVID at 1.8% as of
Mm,
January 11th. So that's
yeah.
kind of like where we are, my friend.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
things
You
are
know
kind of
what?
stalled.
I've been watching, and I knew that they were not updating. They're not updating because they were either checking through wastewater. They weren't
Yeah,
doing any official
exactly.
testing, but they were testing the wastewater, and the wastewater was showing up high levels. But
Yes.
we do know that the levels and the rates of the norovirus. Y'all know what the stomach bug, right? Stomach
Yeah,
bug.
buddy.
Stomach bug is up. Also, of course, the regular flu. And of course, you got COVID still hanging around. And then
Yeah,
you got
man.
that HMPV, which is actually another RSV or type of virus that actually deals with the upper respiratory. So
Right.
hopefully, if you've been exposed to this thing, you know how to actually start to attack this. Make sure you go on mute, family. Everybody on mute. Everybody on mute. Please,
Yes, yes,
everybody
yes.
on mute. All right. So what you want to do is make sure that whatever you're doing something that you can actually make sure that you are the one that considers, you're doing something every day. You can protect the lungs because they those
Mm-hmm.
expectorant herbs. Y'all remember those expectorant herbs we talked about? We talked about the expectorant herbs.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So make sure you mute yourself. Somebody's
Mullen. I
still on.
heard
Somebody's
Mullen,
still
right?
on. Yep. Mullen
Guys,
is
make
one.
sure make sure you mute yourselves, guys.
Yep, yep. Mullein is one of many. There's a lot of different ones like olive leaf. Don't forget
Yes.
about the olive leaf.
Yes, yes,
Olive
yes.
leaf extract is a very powerful one also. Olive leaf extract is used for communicables. So that means when touching hands, face, things like that, and when you're going out and you come back, you got a little scratch behind the throat, a little olive leaf extract that
Right.
actually is either liquid or in actually tea is excellent also. So keep that in mind. All right. All right.
Uh-huh.
We're going to start off. And when we start off, I always start off with the testimonies. And y'all, let me tell you, I got testimonies all week this week. Testimonies were coming through. Big B, it was like a special week for just testimonies.
No kidding.
People were coming in and saying, or calling, or texting, or emailing incredible breakthroughs. And it was just one of those special weeks this week.
Uh-huh.
I'm
That's great.
actually, and it was amazing because it was just everybody has something. They said, well, this is a good thing. I started doing this. I had drinking more water. My pressure's down. My diabetes numbers are down. Everybody has something good. So we want to continuously give everybody a shout out. Continue, in the midst of all that's going on, we getting good news in the middle of the
Yeah,
winter.
man.
How
That's
about
what's
that?
up.
That's good stuff. So
Yep.
we want to open up the floor. I always say a testimony goes a long way because somebody's either going into a storm, in a
Coming out of one.
storm, or coming out of a storm. You got
Yes,
it?
sir, buddy.
Sometimes, you need that support, and that's what this platform is about. We want to give you the support and whatever you need to help you through your journey. So at this time, I always say a testimony does go a long way because it helps somebody go through what they're going through. And you need to say, hey, if she can get up or he can get up, I can get up. So that's why we use this as a way of encouragement. So at this point in time, anyone have a testimony, they have anything on their heart and mind, I want to put the floor is officially open for you. Big B, the floor is open. All
Okay,
right.
guys. Anybody got a testimony?
Have a
All right,
testimony.
I have a testimony.
All right, Kima, bring it on. Bring it
All
on.
right,
What's
so
up, Kima?
hello.
She was on the list today. Yep. Hold on. Go ahead.
All right, so what happened was last week, Dr. Paul talked about different teeth. It affects different parts of your organ. So what I did not tell him was when we were on the call, I wound up looking up to see, what part was my root 30 tooth 30 bothering in my body. What organ is that?
Mm-hmm.
So when I researched it, it said the spleen. So I'm like,
Uh-oh.
wait a minute. I remember Dr. Paul, I went in for RM3A last year. And and I also have more testimony because I was able to get reimbursed from that from my job. I
All
work at
right.
Cigna Insurance Company, and they don't reimburse you for stuff like that. But I had proof. I went to the doctors and they did not get me well. And I was still sick.
Uh-huh.
So
All
I
right.
went to Dr.
Mm.
Paul and I refuted their denial. and then they approved it and let me get
Well,
reimbursed.
wait a minute. Let's start right there with a shout. That's the first shout right there. That's the first shout right there. Everybody come off mute real quick.
That's right,
real
buddy.
quick, because we got more. We got more, because we got to catch them when we can.
Yeah.
So everybody come off mute right now.
Congratulations.
All day long.
Got a money.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank
Congrats
you.
to your
Congratulations.
accomplishment.
I'm sorry,
Beautiful.
Kiva. I had to give you that shout. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So we're gonna fast forward. Last year, he said it could be my kidney. So I was like, oh my goodness! So I drank all this water. I bought all this alkaline water, drinking it all day long. And then I also went to an acupuncturist, Dr. Shi, Asian lady on Chestnut Street. And when I went in, she said, "Oh, your spleen is off." And I'm like, "My spleen? She got that wrong. Dr. Paul said it's my kidney." So then I went to the herb store. I had went to the wrong herb store because I didn't know I was supposed to go to Wayne Avenue. So I went to Second and Spring Garden and went in there and was telling them. And then the lady was like, well, they both gave you the correct information because if you didn't never hear, but your spleen is your third kidney. And I said, I never heard of that. And now we're going to fast forward to this year.
Yes.
December, my tooth started bothering me. And I was like, I had a root canal. What is going on? Come to find out, they had to pull a tooth. But that was the spleen. That was the part of the spleen. And so I went to the herb store, and the young fella said, well, did you tell Dr. Paul about you needing a root canal? I said, no, I didn't think to tell him that. He said, well, you should have, because you wouldn't have to have a root canal. And he told me that his sister used this clove oil, and it subsided the pain and got rid of it. I said, what? So listen, I'm saying this to tell you all, make sure you tell everything to Dr. Paul. Because guess what? The only way you're going to get it resolved is tell everything.
Gotta tell it all.
You
gotta tell it all.
Yes. And the other shot was, tell them the other shot. This happened earlier today. When
I run into Dr. Paul at the herb store.
I was like, what you doing in here? And then it was amazing that you shared that incredible testimony with me. Yes. And I was just talking to Rashawn about other testimony. I was saying the same thing I'm sharing with the family right now. I said, what is up with this week, man? This week has been like breakthroughs like crazy. People are calling in, talking about they had breakthrough after breakthrough. And then here come you. Here you come. So everybody come off mute. I want everybody to come off mute and give
congratulations.
a shout. Give her a shout.
Congratulations.
I'm so proud of you, Kima. You're doing good. You know, see how much we learn. You know, it's so much that we're learning. We are wonderfully and marvelously made. You know, and what we're looking at is putting things back in order. The body is a perfect system. That's why you got to trust what you feel when you're going through something like that. It has its function. It knows what to do. All we got to do is what? Give it the food. Do what we got to do. Feed the body. The body.
That's right. That's right.
So congratulations, Kima. You are to get a hand clap for us. Big old family tree hug.
Yes, sir.
You know, you're doing good.
A big hug. Got a big hug. Even Mark comes up.
All right.
Go ahead, Big Mark.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Who else we got here, Big B? What else going on?
Anybody else got a testimony? Come on now. Don't be shy. Talk to me.
I have a testimony.
That sounds like Narita. Go ahead, Narita.
Listen.
Hey, Nita, what's going on?
Testimony. And how are you,
You're freezing
I have
a little
a testimony.
bit.
Actually, my testimony.
Yeah, you're freezing a little bit.
I don't know how to fix that.
Okay.
Yeah, she froze.
Am I still freezing? Oh gosh.
Oh, we gonna say no. We gonna get this testimony. We gonna get this testimony.
Hey, the doctor, wait. We gonna bind that demon. Come on.
Get that.
Daddy said, whatever you bind on earth is bound in the kingdom. We're gonna bind that demon right now.
That's right.
Come on, Nathan.
There you go, Nathan. We got you.
Is it working?
Yep.
All right. Let me make sure. Let me get you in here. Spotlight you. Yep.
There you go. We got you.
There you go.
Yep. We got you.
It's a Grand risings, everyone. But it's a testimony because I just checked the participants. I met a young lady a couple of weeks ago. She couldn't get on last week. I checked. She is on now.
All
Her
right.
name is Victoria Muhammad, and she is practicing holistic medicine.
All right. All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Congratulations and
Welcome.
Victoria. Welcome. Absolutely. Welcome. Yes.
That
Yeah.
was it for right now.
All right. So
happened to
hey,
see her and I was-
we got to give you a shout,
That's
Nitha, for
right.
what you're doing. You the
Keep on.
ambassador out there. She's the ambassador of health out there. Let's
That's
give her a
right.
hand,
Yeah, buddy.
y'all.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right.
Congrats.
Nitha, you doing
Yeah.
recruiting.
That's right, buddy.
Congratulations.
I am
Great
not
job,
going to
great
say
job.
I'm trying because that's one of the words I removed from my vocabulary, trying and can't, but I am doing it.
That's right. There you go.
Yes,
That's
that's
exactly
right.
right.
That's right.
That's
You know,
exactly right.
Nitha, you always are so on spot. And you know what I'm saying? Nitha always is Big B. She's always so tuned in.
Yep.
And when I
yep.
say tuned in, like whenever I'm trying to do something or talk about something or a topic, she tones right into it. What did you
Yeah,
just
man.
say? What did you just say, Nitha? You said what? I'm trying to change my thought, right? You said
Yeah,
your thought
bud.
process.
I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
I said, I take words out of my vocabulary, and
There you go.
I tell people to do the same because when they say, "Well, I'm trying," I said, "No. Please remove that word." I said, "What did Nike say?" He said, "Just do it."
Just
There
do
you go.
it.
That's
Just
what
do
I
it.
heard that.
And
I heard that.
And the reason why I'm picking on you, Nitha, is because that's exactly what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about the power of your tongue.
Yeah,
Got
man.
it? The
Oh,
power
man.
of your tongue.
Yeah, buddy.
And what you say, how it is either good or bad for you. So sometimes what you're going through right now has everything to go with what's coming out of your mouth.
Amen.
I want to show you some powerful video today. So once we get started and get up and rolling, rock, paper, scissors, somebody said, definitely it's going to be something that's going to blow your mind. So get yourself ready. All right. All right. Let's see. Any more testimonies we have? Any testimonies? Thank you, Nitha. All right.
You're welcome.
All right. Any more testimonies? Any more testimonies?
Any more testimonies? Any more testimonies?
I heard a grunt. Who was that? Who was that?
Big B, I'm sorry. I don't have a testimony. Hi, everybody. It's Kamara.
Hey,
Did the
Kamara.
volume go down? Hi, sweetheart. All of a sudden, I can barely hear you all.
Everybody's volume? Big B.
Can everybody
no,
hear
my-
well?
My volume is good.
Can you guys hear me? I can hear you guys. Okay. Can you hear
All
me?
right, I'll switch out using my.
If not, I can
Yeah,
raise
just
mine.
if you log out and come back in, I'll bring you back in. Okay.
All right, thank you,
Somebody
sir.
just needs to mute. There's a lot of background noise, and somebody needs to mute.
You know what? Hey,
sometimes
Dr. Paul,
everybody.
let me throw this in here, guys. Do me a great big favor each week before you log in. Go up to your URL area and type in speed test, because sometimes it's just bogged down, and you want to make sure that whoever's serving you is giving you the right speed, so it'll bring you in when you come in, or come in the way it's supposed to come. And just type it up in your URL speed test and run it and see and let it go, and you'll see it. It'll either run real fast, going up, and that's your download speed. If you go up, it should be between 12 and 14. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep the numbers in mind. That'll help us. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll help
And
you
it'll
too.
also it'll tell you if you're having any issues, maybe when you're with your browser. See,
Exactly.
It depends on your browser also.
Yep.
Every week I get someone says, I couldn't get in. It's not our fault on this side. We
Right.
see you on here, it's the browser.
Yep.
See, there's a lot of filters, and browsers sometimes are not compatible with the Zoom. And sometimes you need to do an update. So make sure that when you're Zoom, sometime it'll say update available. Make sure you're doing your updates on the Zoom, okay?
And by the way, do it before you get on, because it'll do that, and it'll catch you in the middle of an update, and you won't be able to get in all until it's finished.
Yeah.
So prepare before you come to class, guys. That's all we're saying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go out and come back in. Thank
All
you.
right.
Okay.
Very good.
All right.
Hey, Dr. Paul.
Yeah. Farouk.
What's
That's
up,
what it
y'all?
sounds like, the Farouker.
What's up,
Hey,
buddy?
Well, look, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I want an update on what Donald Trump is doing with this federal government spending plans and all of this. They talking about next year it's all gonna be done away with. Like, what's this?
Well, that's what everybody's sitting back on. Mark, make sure you mute yourself, buddy.
Yeah,
Mute
Mark.
yourself, Mark. I got you. I
Mark
got
is
you. I
mute.
got
He's
you.
mute. Yep.
I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Sorry.
So what's happening is really is puzzling to everybody because
Yeah.
he has an agenda, no doubt, that he's shutting things down,
Mhm.
moving things. ICE is on full alert. They're even doing stuff here in Philly. So
Yeah, big
what's
time.
happening is, he's coming in with an aggressive agenda. And with that, I don't know where that's going to go here within dealing with health because RFK was actually Jr. was actually on
Today.
trial today.
Yes,
And they
today.
were really grilling him on all of the real strong issues that are going on. So we'll see. That's all we can say right now.
Yeah.
Until the dust clears, we really don't know what's going on and what's being signed, and really what's reported that's being signed is one thing
Exactly.
versus what's really being signed.
Yep.
So, we got to stay on top of these things. It's stay on top of the news, y'all, because
Yeah,
it's
please.
some strange things happening right now. So if I get it, of course you gonna get it. All right. So as soon as I hear something, I'll definitely be able to let you know, brother. Okay.
Oh, okay, because it sounds like they put it on pause first, and
Well,
Yeah.
then
Farouk, let me say this here. Do not operate in a state of fear. Just
Yep.
sit back and listen.
Yeah, we say all the
Back and
time,
listen,
we
all
do
right?
not operate in the spirit of fear. Don't
That's
do
right, my
it.
friend.
Yeah, we know that we are covered. We protected.
Yes,
I
we are
know that's
That's
right.
right. That's right.
child of the king.
I
That's
know that's
right.
right.
Amen.
Well,
I see you. All right, let's see who else we got here. Anybody else with a testimony they want to share before we go to questions? And I want to get into some of my topic for today.
I
Okay.
wanted to chime in also.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the things that my goal is to continue this business journey. I've
Mm-hmm.
been making sales with Organo,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't got any online calls yet from your end, but I
Mm-hmm.
know Dr. Paul, you're doing your best to let people know and what's going on. And I've
Mm-hmm.
been checking into the biological dentistry part of side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard they don't accept insurances. That's true, right?
It depends. Each individual one
it's
does their
different.
own. Yep, that's
Could you help
independent
me? Could you
practice.
help me with a listing?
With a what?
A listing.
Well, the first thing I would do is go through your insurance because
Yeah.
that's what's the ones that's going to approve you. So the best thing you can do, and this is for everybody, if you think that you want to try a biological dentist, that's just like a naturopathic that does dentistry, which means they look at the things like mercury and a lot of things and they handle it with more care,
Mm-hmm.
then you would call and say, who is the closest biological dentist to me that's covered under my insurance? That's where I would start first. Got it? And then
Okay.
move forward. And then you can talk to, get the listing of those ones that are out there, and then see what they have. They
Wow, I'm surprised they cover that. Medicaid?
Some of them will cover certain
It just
procedures. It
depends. Each company is
depends on
different.
what you're doing. Some things that you may cover. See, they're still a dentist, but they're just doing it from a perspective of a holistic perspective. So some of them will operate with having their own payment plans. Some of them have their own services where you go through and get approved for funding, things like that. It depends on what you're going there for.
Exactly.
Some people's situations are
A little different.
not as dire, or they may have just some routine things they want to get done, but they want to get more handling, more care, and watching that infection. They don't want chemicals, things like that. So
Yep,
that's
exactly.
where they come in. So let that be something. But I would check first with your insurance, okay?
Okay.
All right, my brother. Hey,
All right,
get
my
your
friend.
number out, brother. Get your number out, because you said ain't nobody calling you.
Right. Right.
Give me for that organo gold. That's that organo gold. Is that what? What is that? That mushroom
That
talk.
reishi mushroom coffee.
All right, give me your number, bro.
267-461-6091.
One more time.
267-461-6091.
And what is your name, my brother? Tell them.
And
Farouk. Tell them
yes,
your
it
name.
is.
Tell them
And
look
the coffee name is my name is Farouk Washington, and I have a web page as well. Is Farouk Washington, which is FARUQ Washington 1001 my organo ORGANO gold.com.
Okay. All right, my brother. Thank you for chiming in, bro. And keep us posted, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thank you, bro. All right. Let's
Chat.
see who else we have now. Is that prophetess? That sounded like prophetess. Was that prophetess?
No, I don't believe it was. But
Oh,
someone
okay.
did
All
say
right.
something.
Okay. All right.
No, it said it's not in the chat, but I see it now. It is.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So let's. Anyone have a testimony? Anyone have one last testimony before we go, or if you have it and you want to think about
Hold
it,
on, I
come
got to
on
make a
back in.
correction.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote it in just as organogold.com.
No, that was me. I was trying to type and look and do other stuff at the same time. So give it to hey, Farouk, never mind. Just keep on. Go ahead. Give it to me again.
All right, it's FARUQ
Uh-huh.
Washington 1001 dot my
Oh,
m.
that's all one thing there. Hold on one second.
Yes, all one thing.
1001. What's that? Doc what?
My my.
Uh-huh.
All right, organo. ORG. Yep. ANOGOLD.com.
OLD.
All right. All right, my brother. All right. Thank you. Thank you,
Hi,
Farouk.
buddy.
Appreciate
It's
you,
there
buddy.
now.
Okay. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Okay. Let's go forward. Anybody have a testimony before we start on questions or anything on Facebook or anything in the chat? All right.
Yes, Dr. Paul, this is May.
Go ahead,
How are you?
May.
Hey, May. How you
Hi,
doing?
Bill. I'm fine. I'm fine. My testimony is yes, I finally made it in to your office, Dr. Paul, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I've been feeling a whole lot better, and my mind's been running a little straighter. But I just want you to know I appreciate you so much. Thank you
Oh,
so much for spending time with me, my daughter, and I don't know if you know it, but I have 8 children, and I'm gonna bring my tribe in.
all right.
Go ahead now. Go with your bad self.
I just want you to know, okay?
All right. I appreciate you, May. And congratulations. Thank you for the kind words. But you know what? We just doing what we supposed to do to enlighten the family and to encourage the family. To God be the glory. But I thank you for being, so on point with receiving the information. Because,
Yes, yes,
of
yes,
all the
yes.
people that I sit down with, Big B will tell you, not everybody receives this.
I know that's
Sometimes it
right.
goes through one ear and goes out the other, and nobody applies it. But they always usually come around late. But sometimes it may come back too late. So
Yes.
I want to thank you for doing what you do and keeping the tribe in order.
Well,
All right.
you know what, Dr. Hall, let me say this. And
Yes.
this sort of comes to mind as we're talking about following through. There's
Yes.
something that says this verse, it's kind of like a thought. Health, truth, and happiness can never be advanced, get this, guys, without an intelligent knowledge of and full obedience to the law of God.
All right. Let's just say amen on that one.
All
All
right.
right, brother. All
Got to
right.
keep us rolling here.
That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. Anyone else? And shout outs to Meg. Let's give Meg a hand also before we go.
Indeed.
Everybody come off mute. Give her a big old hug. Thank you. Thank you, Meg. Thank you again. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Meg.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Congrats. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. God
All
bless
right.
you.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's go in. And who else we have here, Big B? Anyone else? Or you want to go to the lines? Where do you want to go?
Dr. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is Danielle. We met
Hey,
about
Danielle, go
2
ahead.
weeks ago.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, how you doing?
What's
Okay.
going on?
So I've been staying strict on what you said. I got my green drink. I've been doing my water because I know you said I was severely dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
I started drinking the right water and taking the golden seal root and the milk thistle.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And just in the 2.5 weeks, I can already feel the difference in my body.
Woo! Give me an example. Give me an example. Give me an example.
I'm feeling like more refreshed. Like I feel like I'm being rejuvenated. Like I'm getting the hydration that I need. Like, I was sitting there talking to my mom about it, and she's gonna come see you too. She's gonna make an appointment with you, but I could just feel I know I got a long way to go. I'm new to this journey, but I can feel the difference already in my body.
All
And
right. And you know what? You keep it up because you know what? That's where it starts. We say crawl, walk, run. So, everybody, I want y'all to come off mute for Danny and give her a shout. So, absolutely stay on point. Come on, y'all. Come on,
That's
man.
right.
Congratulations,
Come
That's
on
right.
now.
That's right.
Congratulations,
That's
Come on
right.
Danny.
now.
Congratulations,
Some discipline and discipline.
Congratulations, Danny.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Danny.
Congratulations.
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 Job well
Congratulations.
done.
Yes. Yes.
Crawl, walk,
See,
run.
that's right. Crawl, walk,
Congratulations.
run. So, when
and
we
one more
have,
thing too. One more thing,
yes.
because you said my heart rate was really high when I met you.
Mm
And I got that lowered. I've been checking that every day since I met you. So
hmm.
now I'm in like the 70, 80 range instead of like the 99. I was real high. So
That's awesome.
yeah. But
And you
thank you. I
know,
appreciate
and
you.
absolutely, and you know what happens also, Danny? You start to clear, your thoughts start to clear up.
Yes, yes,
You
yes, yes.
notice that you can think clearer. And
Mhm.
when you think clear, it becomes a point of just being able to function better. You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
people don't know how many people are in constant throbbing pain. And when you're in throbbing pain or you're just off and you're nauseous or headachy, you can't function right. You know, and the people get on your last nerve. As soon as they say something, you say, "What? What you want?" You know what's wrong with you.
You know, right?
It's a lot to do with you already being cranky. People say you cranky, but you know, it makes a difference when you start to take care of yourself and you get that
Yeah.
refreshing feel. So
Yeah.
congratulations on your journey and please continue to keep it up. All right.
Thank
All
you.
right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Let's see what we got there, Big B. Anybody else before we go to the lines?
I have one thing, Dr.
Okay.
Paul.
All
All
right.
right.
Who's that? Diane? Is that you,
Yeah.
Diane? What's going on, Diane?
I came to see you in what, December.
Yes, you did. Tell them where you came from to come see me. Tell them where
I
you
came
came
all the
from.
way from Arizona to see you.
You
Go ahead with
came
your
from
bad self.
Arizona.
See
I
that?
sure
See that,
did. I sure
y'all? See
did.
that?
Yes,
Blessing.
yes.
That's
Yep.
blessing.
Yep. And you told me that, I had a misalignment in my back causing my high blood pressure. You said, you
Wow.
need to call Dr. Lenny. I said, I don't live in the area to talk to Dr. Lenny.
I tried, Dr. Lenny. I tried.
Yes. And so I did call Dr. Lenny and he gave me a chiropractor here in Arizona.
Okay,
So
I was going to suggest that. Exactly. Right.
thank you, Dr. Lenny. I just had my first appointment today and it was amazing.
All
All right.
right.
All right. All right.
All
See?
right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
See?
talking about.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. See? See,
Yeah,
you
See?
she
never
cracked my
know,
back in
family.
2 places. So
Huh?
she cracked my back in 2 places.
There you go.
Girl.
Probably the two places we was talking about, right?
Yep, exactly. I was a little skeptical about what you told me, but she said she agreed wholeheartedly. So
Wow. See there? See,
yep, yep.
so congratulations, Diane.
Most definitely.
Everybody
Yes,
come off of mute. You
yes,
gotta
yes,
come
yes,
off of
yes.
mute on that one. That's a great
Yes,
one
yes,
right
yes.
there.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
You
Diane.
know, and
Congratulations.
I and I
Awesome,
Congratulations.
Diane.
Diane.
Congratulations.
Good for
Congratulations.
Thank you.
you.
Makes all the difference
you
in the
know,
world,
it's so important that you've dedicated your life to making it the first thing. See, some
Yes.
people, Diane, I'm going to tell you, there's so many people that will say, "Well, I don't live in Philadelphia. I'm in California. I'm in somewhere else." And I say, "Well, yeah, you sick, ain't you? You should go wherever you
Yes.
can get to."
You can
That's
be.
And I
right.
tell people, here's what I would tell people. I tell people all the time, don't wait, to say that I got to be in a certain position to do it. Sometimes you got to reach out to family. That's why we call it the family tree. Because sometimes if you can't, say, for example, if you couldn't afford to get there to wherever you're calling from or where you're coming from, guess what? Sometimes you can talk to family, say, sponsor me so that I can get there. We can always pay you back, but your health
Mm-hmm.
is right now.
Yes,
And it's
yes.
so important that because some people's situations get really bad. I remember I told y'all about that situation on the radio happened when I was Big B. I mentioned this maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. I had a guy that called me and he just came out of the blue. He says, "Doctor," he says, "I've never met you before." He says, "And I only know you through a friend of mine." He said, "But I have to call you just to let you know that my friend passed away." And I said, "Wow, what happened?" He says, "Well, I am the, his landlord for his apartment, and he said all I could ever hear was him on whether it was Saturday or Sunday listening to the show, and he would be taking notes. And he said when I come into his apartment, he's got papers all around, sound like somebody all right now, right? Oh, papers all around with notes and stuff on there. And he says I'm going to go in there one day. I'm going to go in there one day. I'm going to go in there one day. He said, but sadly enough, he said I went. We didn't hear from him for a long time. And then he said they had to get into his house, and guess what? He had already passed away in his room.
Oh wow!
Yes, he passed away in his apartment, and he said all that I could think about was saying that wow. He kept saying, "I'm going to go, I'm going to go, I'm going to go." And he said, if the brother had just asked me, he said, I saw his dedication. He said I would have gave him to him. I would have helped him out. And that's when I started to say to myself, wow, that's a testimony. Somebody's got to hear this because that's exactly what's happening. Some people think that, sometimes you got to go beyond money sometimes and say, hey, I'm just going to get it done. I don't know how, but if I pray, God will always send me somebody to help me
my
out.
friend. Never fail.
It will always send you somebody to help you out. So put that out in the universe. And that's what we're going to talk about today is putting out in the universe positive talk, positive confirmation, positive affirmations about how whatever you want, you have to draw that vision in your mind. So Diane, I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you that you trust when I told you, don't worry, it ain't gonna crack your back. You should have saw. You should have saw when she looked at me. She said, "What? I ain't gonna
Diane, you said, "What you talking about, Willis?"
She said, "What you talking about?" I said, it'll take you about 10 minutes, no longer than 5-10 minutes, didn't it? Did about 5-10 minutes, boom, you in and you out, right?
Yep.
All right, congratulations, Diane, and keep up the good work. All right. How's the weather out there, by the way? How's the weather in Arizona?
It's in the 60s.
That sounds so good right now.
Always is.
Sounds so good right now. All right, thank you, Diane. Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Diane.
Keep up the good work. All right.
All right. Anybody else with a testimony?
Can I just jump in there, Dr. Paul? This is Connie J from
Hey,
Delaware.
Connie, how are you? I see you.
Yes.
Good. I'm going to be very brief because I know you got a lot to cover. I haven't been here in a year, but I did come to Jenkintown to see you about a year ago and got the RM3A. Now, I will say I fell off. So I'm going to be making a new appointment to get a new scan so I can start because my health is at stake.
Okay.
And with this type, I realized with this type 2 diabetes that Ozempic is death. It made me deathly ill.
Amen.
It's horrible. And all the Humalog, the Lantus, all this stuff over 15 years have not gotten me better. So I'll be making an appointment to come to your office for a new scan and a new directive.
Absolutely, Connie. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, and that's why we say don't delay. Go and get this thing done, y'all. Because it makes a difference. You can always get on the path. You can always pay somebody back from what's going on, Big B. But the thing is, you got to start today. Don't delay. I think about that poor brother every time that he said I just had to. His landlord said, I just wanted to meet you, man. He said, from now on, I'm going to be listening to your shows. He said, because apparently whatever you did inspired this brother so much that it inspired him. But I think he fell short just by not moving on it. And that's where that was a lesson learned there. So let's keep that in our thoughts. All right. All right. Let's see. Going up, Big B, is that it? Or do we have...
Is that it on the testimonies? If not, we can go up in the corner. There is Lynn up there, up in the corner. Any more testimonies? All right, then, Lynn, you available? I see you there.
Hi. Yes, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, Lynn.
Hi, how you doing? How's everybody doing?
Just wonderful.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, I asked the question. Well, I put it in the chat last week, but we didn't have time to get to it, so I put it back in today.
Okay.
I want to know. I have a cancer doctor, oncologist that says stay off supplements, and I know that you have recommended some things. So I'm just wondering if the supplements will interfere with chemo.
Well,
I put a list of them like burdock root, sea buckthorn.
Right.
Well, first, make sure you first understand. Then, did you came in for assessment? You got an assessment done? Okay, and whatever we give you is all, you got to remember, what we look at is food. Got it? So anything does not, interfere with certain things. Always have a clear objective with your doctor of what you're taking all the time. But also understand that the difference between supplements and herbs, there's a big difference. There's two worlds apart. So when you have supplements, that's where they separate, isolate, divide the specific, maybe vitamin, mineral, or nutrient. That's supplements, supplemental. When we use herbs, we just say go to the plant. Don't separate it, go directly to the plant. The key, whenever you have cancer, when you say the cancer C word, it's all just means immediately what comes to mind is acidosis. Got it? So anything that you do that alkalizes the body is going to be for your benefit. Because remember, cancer cannot live in an all alkaline state. That's what we forget and we get confused. Now, when you're dealing with allopathic doctors, they're going to go to their protocol. That's their philosophy. We have a different philosophy. We say clean the body, feed the body corrects itself. Got it? So that's where we have to look at. So whatever I gave you on that was based on where you were at that time. And that's what we move forward with. Now, this decision does have to be made on your part on which side you want to move forward with. That's your and your family's decision. I can only give you what the perspective based on where you were. These are the things that we would do. Okay, so I would highly recommend you stay high on your water. How's your water been?
It's good.
What's good though? What's good? When you say
half
good,
my body weight.
Half your body weight in ounces, right?
Yeah, most days, yes.
Yeah, and you should be absolutely taking your pH every day. Are you taking your pH every day?
Not every day. I have
Yeah,
to do that.
you got to be spot on. That is the key to everything. Because if the hydrogen is the greatest source of energy in the universe, that is the cell activity and what the charge is. So if there's life in the system, that's where it is. So you got to start to raise it up. Now, when are you due for a follow up with me? Are you coming through again? When is your follow up? Yeah, you got to. What based on when you came through? Was it over 3 months ago?
Yes.
Okay, so you probably due for another follow up, and then we'll go from there. Got it? And then I'll give you my perspective. But ultimately, it comes back to you making that final decision with your family. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Keep that in mind. Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's see.
Cynthia, I see your hand.
Okay. Sure. Question: sciatic nerve. How you get? Yeah, that's
it
right.
Just sound,
right.
It don't sound, Cynthia, sound like it hurt, no.
Cynthia, just stand on your head and let it pop the other way. It's crazy.
No, y'all laughing, but
I'm sorry. I ain't laughing. Let me tell you, Cynthia.
Been there, done that, girl. Please.
Talk to Dr. Liddy about me, because I tell you, boy, I was like about a month or two ago, boy. Big B tell you, I was like hoiting.
Well,
you just wake up, it just comes. They kind of what?
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? It's a lot to do with the shifting of the hip when you're laying down. Because when you're laying down, the muscle sort of relaxes and then it presses on those nerves, and then you're gonna feel it right down that back. It's that lumbar, that lower lumbar. You got the pillow between the legs.
Yep.
Yeah, it still ain't working.
It's gotten a little bit better, but it's still pain.
You might need to raise it up a little bit. You may need to increase the height of the pillow between the leg.
Okay.
And also that may help. Sometimes I've adjusted, the height of the pillow. Sometimes it may be lowered or it may be up. That has helped. There is one that actually, because people say, well, every time I put a pillow between my leg, by the time I wake up, it's on the floor somewhere. It's way over somewhere. So what I tell them is there is a lumbar pillow that has one that they put between your leg and it's adjustable and it has Velcro. So when you roll over, no matter which side you roll, it'll actually stay with you, stay in place.
Okay.
So it keeps your knees together and it keeps your legs together. So I'll see if I can find that before we leave. But yes, sciatic nerve. Just try to do some back exercises.
I've been doing it. I've been
squats.
I even went to the pool and just kind of. Oh God, I don't know. It's just pain.
Yep. You got. Is that acupuncture? Is that Dr. Eloise?
It's Eloise.
Yes.
Make an appointment, please. I deal with sciatica all the time.
Who's
Yeah.
talking? I don't.
That's Dr. Eloise.
That's
That's
Dr.
Dr.
Eloise
Eloise
talking.
Prescott.
Okay.
Dr. Eloise, while you're on, I know you're calling by phone. I just got your text that you're calling by phone today. Tell everybody, because you wanted to make an announcement, right?
Are you talking about the thing about the corn?
No, the fact that you said you moved, right? You said you had another number. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm still at the same place. I won't
Okay.
be moving until March, the beginning
Okay.
of March.
Okay.
I'll make an announcement then.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds good.
I moved my house. I mean, I moved to my location.
Okay. All right. All right.
I put up right now.
Okay. So, Dr. Eloise, you just, as you was hearing Cynthia, she was talking about that sciatica. Tell them what you offer with the acupuncture and how they can get a hold of you, okay?
Yes. In terms of the acupuncture, right now I'm still on Old York Road. The name of my business is Essence of Acupuncture, and my number is 260-240-5109. And I'll put it in the text.
I was going to say that. Please do that, Dr.
Yeah,
Eloise.
but I take care of sciatica for people all the time. Stop them from getting surgery and everything. So.
Yeah.
I ain't getting no surgery. You ain't got to worry about that.
That's right. No. Hey, give me the number one more time. 267
260-240-5109.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Eloise. Appreciate you.
She's great.
Yeah, I appreciate you too. I'm gonna have to run though. The guy's here to fix my computer now.
Oh, okay.
Everybody.
She trying to get on. All right, I got you.
All right.
All right. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, not a problem.
Take care, everybody.
All right.
Okay, so
Go ahead, Big B. What you
we've got Jared just up in the corner. You there?
Brother Jared?
Yes, how are you?
How you doing, man?
Dr. Paul, so the whole notion of if like a certain disease runs in your family, and like if your grandfather had it and your dad had it, and it's a possibility that you might have it, like is it like a specific gene that may be passed down from generation to generation, of like it could be cancer, it could be some other kind of disease? Is it something? I mean, is there something to that, or is it just coincidence, or what's the best?
No. There's. See, you have to take it and understand that there are some things that are handed down in your DNA. Got it? Okay. Because that's what your father and your mother grant you, and then when you are writing, which is an RNA for in your lifetime, your skills, your talents, and everything, and how you eat, that's passed on to your children. Got it?
Okay.
So only thing, and I can tell you this, that they will say that these things, when it comes to disease like this, like diabetes, high blood pressure, and a whole lot of other stuff that could be cancers and things like that, you may see trends, but the one thing that we see on this side has nothing to do with the DNA. It's all based on when we looked at everybody from great grandma, grandma, grandpapa, everybody all the way up the line that was affected was eating the same food.
Okay.
That was it.
Yeah.
They were
I
eating the
heard
same
that
way.
too.
Yeah.
I actually heard that too.
Yeah, because
fatback sandwiches and
man.
ears and
let us pray. Let us pray, Jared, and the
chitlins, chitlins, and sauce. Y'all remember sauce?
Well,
I heard of it. I heard it was like the worst thing ever.
Big B, you know about sauce.
I know about sauce. My mother used to make it. I tasted it.
Help me, y'all.
Head cheese.
Yeah, head cheese.
Whole head
All right,
cheese.
Cricket.
Oh, we have come a long way.
Thank you, Lord.
Sauce meat. It had a little bit of everything in it.
It is the truth, including the kitchen sink.
Had some sauce with some hot sauce on it, boy.
Well,
Let me tell you. All of that stuff. I was looking back, I'm like, what in the world were we doing? I was like, Grandma, what are y'all eating over there?
When you know better, you do better.
That's right. There you go.
There you go.
I'm gonna leave that right there. All right. All right. Well, thank you, Jared. Appreciate
All right,
you,
Jared. Thank you, man. All right. All right, Dr. Up next is Dr. Clarinda. You there? I know you're hiding around back in the corner there somewhere, because I know you're close.
I'm right here.
I know it. I know
there
it.
she is. There she is.
Well, I just have a question because inquiring minds want to know. So there was a huge recall
on classic Lay's potato chips.
Yes, I was going to bring that up.
So I was envisioning in my mind, it must have been like little bugs or something that was in it, but it wasn't.
What was
milk. It was milk products.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? How you get milk? How you get milk products in potato chips to the point where if somebody has an allergy, it can kill them from eating potato chips with milk in it.
Yes, exactly. That you have you can cause an anaphylactic shock from eating potato chips.
Yes, sir.
It's amazing. Isn't this amazing? So it just shows you what they're doing. You know, this is crazy. So people would think that the plain would be the better ones, right? Some people say, I don't, that's what the barbecue or the other ones. I just want the plain. You know, I think you're losing weight, but you actually add milk. That's going to cause the issue with the gut. Now you can't digest food properly. So it's amazing that they kind of told on themselves, didn't they, Doc?
They did.
They sure did. Yep.
They told on themselves that, we really put milk in there, y'all. And you know what milk is, right? Milk is casein.
Casein.
Casein. CASEIN. Do you know there's things called casein glue?
Yeah, buddy.
Go into Google casein glue.
Elmer's.
That's what it is. It's Elmer's. But there's other industrial strength casein glue.
Yes.
That's right. Because who the mascot was for Elmer's glue was what? It's Gal.
Cal, exactly.
Cal.
Remember Flojo, the runner?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that killed her was that.
What? She was drinking a lot of milk?
Yes, drinking a lot of milk.
Man, when wow, I didn't know that.
She was advertised. You remember with the milk mustache?
Wow, yes,
yeah, that was one of the things because they thought initially that was her husband. Get this now, was abusing her, but it happened all because of her digesting milk of all things.
Wow, that's amazing.
Who was this?
Flojo.
Flojo, yeah.
Yes,
Wow, I didn't know that. That was interesting, Big B. That's wow. So that was the cause of. They say that was the cause of her death.
Yes,
Wow, that's deep.
It's crazy, man.
So you remember, it's casein is glue, but it's going to block your villi. You can't assimilate. So that's why a lot of people taking those chips, they're going to have digestive issues. Issues with constipation, bloating, gas. No energy, lack of energy pulls the energy right out of you. Mucus also, big mucus issues. Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Dr. Glenda. Appreciate that. That's a good heads up right there. That's a good. See how they didn't told on themselves? They didn't told on themselves.
All day long.
Yeah.
All day long, man.
Good stuff. All right, what we got there, Big B?
Okay, anyone else? Otherwise, Bianca.
All right, who else is on here? Somebody mute yourself. If you're not speaking, make sure you mute yourself.
It says second. There we go.
I got him. Yeah, I got him.
All right. Hey, Dr. Paul. Hey, family.
What's up, Bianca?
So I just have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm plant-based, but my family wants me to get on and ask about, they've been getting text messages throughout the week about a huge recall on chicken.
Yes.
And saying don't buy any chicken and eggs for the bird flu or something.
Yes.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, they're right. That's why, I announced it last week on the show.
Okay.
That that's why it's concerning me. It's concerning me that nothing's being reported, that Trump and them actually pulled the data, because we have data going every week to give us an idea of what's going on. But now he didn't pull funding and data and all that. So while they're restructuring people's positions, we're losing data. We don't know where things are right now.
Yeah.
Know that you may have gone to the grocery store and you see that the eggs are either scarce or if they are there, they're going to be very high. They're up to
they are very high.
$5 to $7 in some places.
And so, don't eat them.
Yeah, don't eat them. That's it. Don't eat them. But the thing is that they are checking this bird flu. See, the concern about bird flu is not that it's from the fact that a person to a animal to a person is one thing. It's what they're saying. What happens when the person gets it? It mutates And now that becomes readily available for another person. You got it? That's what they're looking at. That's what the problem is. That's what they're trying to say. All right, well, we're seeing the numbers going up with they're trying to catch, wherever there's been chicken or anything or birds of any kind that have been infected, and they pull all the eggs. But the problem is we don't know how far this thing was going before we caught it. You got it?
Well, do you think our food is bioweapons? Because I really think they're messing with this food so bad now.
Hey, I would think like this. That's why it's so important. You don't know what's going on.
Amen.
And the lack of information is even worse. That's why you got to make sure you get it in, get it out. Get you a colon cleanse, get you a parasite cleanse, keep it moving. I tell you, when you eat a meal, you should be having a colon cleanse. That's what these are. Can y'all see that right there? Can you see like that? That's the colon cleanse. Got it? Colon cleanse right there. Ooh, right there.
Yeah,
Right there.
I got
right
you.
there.
So,
Right
what
there,
are you
right there.
recommending?
And that's
I'm
the
sorry.
parasite formula. That's the parasite. This is my formula. This is my formula. Gotta go to
Neither
the
one
shop.
of them are able to be seen. Can you
can
put
see
them
it.
in the
No,
chat,
there
please?
they right
Because I
there.
can't see neither one.
It's very
Yeah.
tiny.
If you go to shop.drpaulherbs with a S.com, those for people that are on the line, that are listening by phone. Shop, SHOP, Dr. Paul Herbs. That's HERB as in boy, S as in Sam.com. You can see the colon cleanse, the parasite formula, and also the green drink. That's the number one sellers. We can't hardly keep them in here because we are in that season right now. So make sure you get yours now. Keep it going. You gotta have something in there available to get this stuff out. Can't do no damage if you keep it moving, right?
That's right.
Get it moving. Got it? That's the whole point. Get it in and get it out. So we got to be on guard. That's what the whole point is. So Cynthia, I mean, you kind of keep up with these guys. It's trying to stay up with Diabolic because it's too much energy. Too much energy.
So what should they do as far as the people who do eat meat? Because I don't eat meat, but so they're telling me it's easy for me to say don't eat meat, but you can't just, for them, they're like, we've been eating chicken, we're not just gonna stop eating chicken.
Yeah, you better start practicing.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. And you can't tell people what to eat. That's why you'll never tell me to tell people what to eat. It's there for those that choose to. Some people, if they don't eat, they get angry, and next thing you know, they get, it's just not a good situation. People eat because eating can be emotional also. That's why people break bread. Nations were built on men breaking bread together. What they eat. So what happens is you have to understand and just let them know these are the things that are going on right now. If this meat go bad and you stuck on and you got to have meat every day, that's not a good thing.
At all.
That's not good. You got to start practicing like, all right, well, we're not going to eat meat every day. Maybe to try the fish, chicken. You got to wean yourself off of it slowly because what happens is if you're in that exposure where they all of a sudden say no meat at all for everybody, it's all contaminated, bird flu.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You're going to lose your mind. You're going to lose your mind. So there's some stone hard meat eaters that will not ever give up meat. And I understand that. That's why we're not trying to do that. But we're trying to say, be aware of what's going on and never let something gravitate to the point where it has you so gripped up that you gotta have it. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. So keep that in mind. I would just help them with understanding the problems that meat is bringing right now. Remember Big B, salmonella, listeria.
Yes.
Every week we are on the show talking about another outbreak of listeria or some kind of contamination. So it's very high right now. And people are not attesting their sicknesses to meat, but it is. Did you know that there is a parasite for every meat?
Yes, buddy.
There's a beef
I know, Dr.
parasite.
Paul. They hate to see me coming.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, you can just help them and enlighten them wherever you can. Crawl, walk, run, right?
Yes.
You got to walk them slow. Yeah.
Bianca, sometimes all you can do is live the life before people because sometimes folk won't listen.
Yeah.
But when they see you improving, then they'll come and say, well, what are you doing? That's when they're open and ready to take in what's necessary for them.
Yep. Good point. Good point. And also keep in mind, family, that the number one diet of every year, and they just announced it again the beginning of this year, is the Mediterranean diet.
Yes.
The Mediterranean diet. So if there's anything to transition, you may want to start with understanding what does the Mediterranean diet consist of. You know, and maybe we at some point in time I'll break that down. I've done breaking it down before, but we'll break down some of the things that are there. So that's
I
fruit,
think that one
vegetables.
has meat too, Dr. Paul.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why we're transitioning. But
Yeah.
people use the Mediterranean diet for transitioning off the heavy meats. Got it? So they'll use like fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, seeds, and a little fish. Got it? And then they'll move off of that, slowly. So keep that in mind. All right. All right.
Okay.
keep
Oh, by the
it
way,
up, Bianca.
Dr. Peters, one of the I put in the chat. There's a link there that allows you to actually take a look at the entire autopsy for FloJo. It gives you all the information there, what happened, the whole 9 yards. It's all there, and I sent it to you on the private, Dr. Pete.
Yeah, that should be called The Dangers of Milk.
Well,
right there.
man, you got no idea.
Yeah. All right. So thank you, Bianca. Appreciate you.
Okay.
All right, dear. All right. Anyone else? We got Queen Flo's up next.
Queen Flo.
Hello.
Hey,
hello.
Flo.
How's
Where you been? We haven't seen you in a while, girl. Where you been?
I've been here. You just
Okay.
haven't been speaking.
All
I
right.
was here.
All right. Very good.
Dr. Paul, what can you do if you have tightness in your neck? Like I was thinking of getting one of those infrared neck massages.
Yeah, they work.
Is that good for it?
Yeah, they work. But here's the other thing. I would definitely test next time you do your lab reports, make sure you check your magnesium and your potassium. Okay. The key, what happens sometimes, the muscles are dehydrated and it starts to pull. When you get dehydrated, get into the acid form, start to pull the magnesium, potassium, tightens that neck. And then that becomes a problem because that myofascial tissue starts to now knot up. Next thing you know, you're going to have an issue. So I would start with number one, making sure your water, of course, and I know you're on top of your water, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing,
I can't find Crystal Geyser. So I've been drinking Icelandic and Fiji water.
Yep, those are good. Icelandic glacier, that's from Iceland. And of course, Fiji is from the Fiji Islands. Both, they don't have as high a pH as the Crystal Geyser. They're around 7.9. Both of those are 7.9. Did y'all know that Crystal Geyser is higher than Fiji? Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. We test it all the time. Yep. It's 8.5 pH on Crystal Geyser, about an 8.5. And that's light years. When we test it, we use these testers right here. See these right here? I just happen to have everything here, Big B. You think I'm advertising? I just happen to have everything right here today.
Wow.
Everything's in front of me today. I don't know what's going on.
That's called the Enagic. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, Enagic. Yep, that's it. Yep, Enagic. Yep.
But you said
magnesium and potassium. I would check my levels. Yeah, when you get your ability for you can do your labs, check the magnesium and potassium levels. Okay, and usually there's some level of deficiency there sometimes. That deals with muscles and it can cause tension. So just keep that in mind. Okay.
Okay, but you said
also one other thing. I'm sorry. One more thing came to mind, and that other thing would be, definitely the omegas. Okay, so your omegas. So any omegas, omega 3, 6, 7, 9, hemp seeds, things like we say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Things like hemp seeds, sea buckthorn.
Because I had diverticulitis.
What was that?
I can't do the hemp seeds because I have diverticulitis.
Yeah, but you got hemp oils.
Oh,
you got
okay.
hemp oils. Put that right on your neck. Yep. Castor oil, hemp oil, flaxseed oil. All of those are penetrating with the skin, and that helps to relax the muscle. Remember we talked about the castor oil with a little clove oil last week. Remember?
Yeah, yes.
That relieves a lot of tension and inflammation in the muscles also. So you would take for every 2 tablespoons of castor oil, it's 5 drops of clove oil. Okay, make that into plate or what was that?
2 tablespoons of castor oil.
Right, castor oil and 5 drops of clove oil. So you take that same 2 to 5 ratio right there, and you raise that based on how much coverage you're going to use for your body. Okay.
Okay.
And that usually, and also somebody brought up something this week that I hadn't talked about in a long time. That's the turpentine. Turpentine.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know about the turpentine?
I do.
Yeah. You gotta go way down south on that one. Turpentine.
You know what,
Turpentine.
Dr. Paul? I bought some turpentine, but can you go over
Turpentine
that
and a little
again?
sugar.
Yes, yes. What was that? Somebody said something?
That was Bianca. I said I bought turpentine, and then I forgot what you said it was for.
It's for inflammation. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 There's 2 brands that I recommend. One was called American, what was it? American Made. Okay. American Made Turpentine. See, it's 100% pure gum spirits. That's what they are. And they are not because most people say, well, wait a minute, turpentine, didn't I use that to strip my paint off the floor?
Well,
Yeah, I got afraid of it. I took it back to the store. I did.
Yeah, but you know what? It's been that's a form of refining that they do properly. So it's not the rustic version that they use for stripping paint. So because they got turpentine soap, they even got salve. They got a turpentine salve that you can put on you. So it's good.
that's an American-made brand, turpentine.
American made brand, or there's another one, Georgia Pine. Georgia Pine is another one.
I see Miss Joy shaking her head.
She said, Yeah. Hey, you know what? Let me tell you. I'm gonna be as a witness. I tried it, and let me tell you, I had a shoulder issue one time. I put that stuff on there, and it was aching, and that thing went away just like that.
Okay.
I was like, wow, it's amazing. And old folks back in the day, that's all they used to use with that turpentine. Boy, you better put some turpentine on that. I remember, matter of fact, Mr. Pollock introduced me to the one from Georgia Pine because he has a relationship with the family that's in Georgia, right?
Okay.
And he said I was telling him, I said, "What do you have in Sass?" Because I got a lot of people with aches and pains. He says, and I said, "My shoulder been acting up." He said, "Man, I keep telling you, man, you better get that Georgia Pine turpentine." He said, "Boy, here." He did, I put it on, and I actually used it. I was like, "Man, Mr. Pollock, you're right." He said, "I told you, I told you." So it works, and it actually, remember, that comes from the pine needles. You remember?
Okay.
And if you get pine needle tea, pine needle teas have been studied to basically break down and to eradicate cancer cells. Did you hear about that? Yeah. So women are usually taking that as a tea, and it's to prevent things like cancer. But they also have been using the turpentine to rub on the breasts for breast lumps. So if there's breast lumps that move the lymphatic system, y'all hear me on this one? Yep.
Okay.
People use the turpentine oil. Yep. So this
Dr.
is
Paul,
all.
do you need a carrier oil with that turpentine or just straight on the skin?
Now, this one actually, some people I would test the skin to do that because sometimes it can be a little rough for some people. So some people may need to take a carrier. So that's, if you don't know what a carrier is, carrier oil can be like a coconut oil, could be an olive oil, could be any castor oil can be one. It could be any carrier oil because sometimes it's a little, so I would test first, a little small area, and see what the response is. If it's too much, you may need to get a little carrier with that. Okay.
Thank you.
Good question. Good question.
But Dr. Paul, for the clove oil and the castor oil, I just mix that together and apply it to the
That's
area
correct.
that I
That's
want it.
correct. That's correct. Because the clove definitely needs a carrier. Got it. The clove oil is very strong and it needs a carrier. So that castor oil, see, that ricinoleic acid is in castor oil that penetrates skin. So literally it goes and pushes whatever is connected with it. So when you have that clove, which is anti-inflammatory, with castor oil, pushes it right in. That's why people have what's called the castor oil packs. You know, you ever see the castor oil packs? They got castor oil packs that go over the entire body. So that putting that on your neck area can relieve a lot of inflammation. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good stuff. All right, Flo. Good seeing you.
Same here.
Or seeing your picture.
All right, Flo. All right, Nita, you're up next.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just quickly, just to piggyback both on you and
You said
Bill
piggyback,
and
or you mean
Dr.
veggie
Paul.
back?
Veggie back, right?
Piggyback or veggie back?
Veggie back, right, Nita?
Certain things, you know, we talked about people don't wait and do things.
She didn't hear you.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Veggie
yes, veggie back. Yes.
You don't piggy in.
You know, good things come to those who wait.
Yes.
Good things come to those who wait, but not to those who wait too late. Just remember that.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The
That's a
thing
good
is-
one. I heard that. That's an amen over there. That's right. That's right.
Just real quickly, I know for some of you who has Dr. Burton's book, and several people on the Zoom who have asked about their blood work in their labs. Always, once you get your blood work done, whether the doctor's office does it or Quest or LabCorp, get copies of your blood work. Always get copies of your blood work. The next thing, I'm reading Dr. Burton's book, and I just spoke with him about 30 minutes ago because I saw something in the chat and someone mentioned something, and I wanted to get some clarification of everything. But he always said, "Well, did you read the book?" I said, "Look, I'm halfway through it. Don't just."
you know you're gonna get that.
But the section
you know you're gonna get it, right?
That's her brother.
Yeah, yeah, right.
The section that I'm on, people who have it and people who are going to get it, he has an excellent section about all your labs.
Okay.
Explains it thoroughly.
Okay,
So
excellent.
please, when you get it, it's in the middle of the book. The other thing, because I know he has always told me and talked about no root canals. So I wanted to know, okay, please just give me the details of why. And you know, he can be very sarcastic.
Yeah.
But I said, why? What about the root canals? He said, it's 2 checks. I said, wait a minute, what are you talking about? He said 2 checks. I said, then I knew where he was going. I said, I don't want to hear about the checks. Tell me the reason you don't recommend root canals. He said, because the tooth is already dead. He said, if you have cavities, you already have a sick tooth, causes infection, and then it's dead. Where the 2 checks comes in, the dentist is going to do a root canal. He gets a check for that. Then, like the lady said, she had a root canal, then she had to have the tooth removed. That's the second check, because you done in the root canal, you remove the nerves and the blood supply, but they left the tooth. Now the tooth is dead. Now you got to go back and get the tooth removed. Just remove the tooth, no root canals.
That is correct. That's correct. Because if you think about it, because the person when they of course, if one of the roots is bad, they're just going to dig down, extract the root, pack it with an antibacterial agent, and seal it off, and then say on your way. But remember, this still has to release white blood cells to keep this thing clean. And most of the time, if you're eating food, it's going to get infected. So it's almost impossible to keep it clean. So it's eventually, if some of those teeth, they need to go. But we give it a chance by doing things like root canal, to make sure you don't get a root canal, is to do the oil pulling as early as possible. And that's where we try to keep that going, along with the clove oils, the black walnut, the golden seal. There's a lot of things that you can do to help to regenerate that. But in most cases, just like you said, Neetha, and Dr. Burton says, sometimes the teeth need to go, because they're going to cause another problem, because every tooth in your mouth is connected to an organ in your body. And that's a problem. That's a major problem. Just like Kima was just talking about that, her tooth was actually in the same position for her spleen. you know, and that's where it was causing the problem. So this is what people are not taking in mind, but your teeth are connected to you. So, you know, isn't it interesting that they want to remove the ones called the wisdom tooth?
How about
Isn't that
that now?
interesting?
Yeah.
What happens when you move your wisdom teeth?
And they're starting to advertise it.
You
Become
can't get
stupid.
why. Somebody said.
I like that.
Don't laugh, y'all. My wisdom teeth are gone. And I pray for wisdom every day.
That's right. That's
Well, I
right.
know
Yeah,
that's right.
let God work it through the rest of the teeth, right?
Well, you know, I had that issue back in 1976. I was getting dental work done, and you know, the dentist said, "Oh, I see your wisdom tooth." And he said you should make plans to get them out. And I said, "Why?" I said, "I'm not having a problem with them." He said, "Well, they're hard to keep clean." I said, "Well, I don't want to keep them clean." I said, "I need them. God gave them to me, so I need them."
That's
So
right.
I said, "You're not taking my wisdom teeth out." But then I realized I was at a dental school. I was at dental
Well,
school.
okay.
Yeah, there you go.
You have to watch dental schools, you know, and
Yes.
going to a dental school, they have a record that they have to do so many fillings and pullings and everything so they can graduate.
You
went to a white
dental school.
Wow. You said a certain amount of pullings. You have a pulling. You got a pulling quota.
They got a
right.
quota.
Wow.
That's right.
You got a pulling quota. All right, you know what time it is. Wow.
Nitha, can you put a link for Dr. Burton's book
Yes,
in?
I was
So folks
about
are
to say
asking.
that. Yes, Nitha, I would
Yes, I
definitely
should.
put that in there. Yeah.
Yes, I will.
And can you mention it so that people that are by phone can actually hear where
Yes.
to pick it up or the number
You
they
get
can
it
call to
from
order
Amazon. That
or
might
how
be
they would
easier.
enter?
Yeah, let me tell you this. I got a message from one of our family tree. She said, "Nitha, Amazon is out." So I talked to Dr. Burton. He said,
He has some, don't he?
"Tell him to call my office and we will send it to them."
All right, that's good.
Put his contact info in there, Nitha.
His office number is called Burton Wellness and Injury Center. His office number is 610-649 HEAL, HEAL, and that's 4325. 610-649-4325. And I'll
All
put it in
right. And you know, if you can remember what date was it that he was on here? They can look at the broadcast when he was on the family tree and he was
I know
giving
I
a
have
breakdown.
it, but
You
I
know
have
what
to go
date?
back in
If
my
you can
notes.
get that date for us, I can't remember what date that is, but it should be on YouTube and you can see Dr. Burton when we introduced it and we opened it up for him to be on it. He's got to come back, definitely. So definitely tell him he's got to come back and we want to give him more support because we have to have this. This is our community. This is our network. You know, we need to know that there are other options for what's going on. And these infections are at a major high and it's going on with your teeth, you know, and so many other things. So know your lab reports, know when somebody's speaking over your head, things like that. You know where to go. That's a great resource book. So tell Dr. Burton thanks a lot, and we appreciate it. And definitely let him not be a stranger. Tell him to come on back on here sooner than later. Okay.
What's the name of the book? And I will put it in the chat once I find it.
Yeah.
How to outlive your doctor using alternative medicine.
Yeah.
Okay. And Nitha, you're correct. My daughter's in dental school at Howard. They got so many fillings they got to fill and so many numbings they got to do and extractions.
Oh, no. Well, I guess you got to learn some way, right?
I have to say this one thing, and I was a kid. I didn't know any better. My parents didn't, but I knew as I became older and got into the medical field. We went to Jefferson Dental School, and we couldn't understand why every time we go, we have a cavity. My mom didn't give us candy, stuff like that, and we had to get filled. And then after all our teeth were filled, we didn't have to go back anymore. So we found out later now that it's dental school.
Yeah. And then of course we got that looming, elephant in the room called fluoride, so that's a whole nother thing, so Be aware, family. Get your information. Make sure you get good resources like Dr. Burton's book. Okay.
Well, you know what? I have to say this, Dr. Burton and Dr. Paul. That's you. We don't know what we're gonna do without y'all two. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you give a lot of information and you're
Yeah,
keeping us
thank you.
alive.
Thank
Because
you.
these medical
Thank you.
doctors are trying to kill us, I think.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what is I always say this is God's thing. You know, I look at when I look back at how I got into this. I told y'all what my story was. I'm supposed to be playing baseball. I wasn't supposed to be doing this. So I look and call it all glory that God has used me for this, and I thank Him every day for allowing me to be able to bring the information the way we bring it. And with that, I'm just glad somebody's listening
And for free.
because all right. Yeah. Well, I just, you know what? That's the laws of the universe. I always believe in giving because if you give, you can't receive it fast enough. The blessings that God has for you, if you have already in your mind the spirit of giving, that's
Right.
part of the things that I put out in the universe. When I put it out in the universe, it comes back so fast. The information, everybody's like, Doc, where do you get all this information? I was like, I'm giving it away fast, but God is giving it to me. Sometimes I gotta say, God, you gotta slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah,
'Cause it's
I hear you, man.
fast.
God
The
bless
information is coming fast. So I'm trying to get
you.
it, and then I have to put it in a way like, okay, I understand it. Because you got people who can understand, they have knowledge. You have those that have the ability of information, but then there's wisdom that comes in, is how you relay it so that somebody can understand it.
Amen. So very
That's even
true.
more important because you got a lot of people that know, but they can't teach.
There you go.
Because
I know that's
they
right.
can't relay what's going on. And I understand it's just the way we are. That's the way we are all developed. So that's why I pray for not only wisdom, but I also pray for that I'll be able to deliver it to the people that they can receive it the way they're supposed to receive it.
So true.
That's my prayer always. Yeah. So
Okay.
thank you. I appreciate you, Timothy. I
Hey,
appreciate
hey,
you.
listen, guys. I put the link for Dr. Burton, and that was on 12/4. Okay, 12/4/24. I linked it in the chat so you can actually go right to that video for that week.
All right. All
Okay,
right.
so it's there. You
All
have no excuse now. Let's say I didn't have it. Yes, because you do. So there.
Just chew on some clothes.
I know that's right,
Chew on
buddy.
some clothes, y'all. Grab your 2 clothes and chew on them every day.
Well, I heard that.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. P. Tara up in the corner. Tara, you there?
All right. And
We
after
got
Tara, I
we
want to
got
go
4.
into it. I want to hold and pause it
Yeah,
just a second. I want to go into and show y'all a little video, okay?
yeah, because we're at 8:40,
All
so
right.
we're
All
gonna
right.
give you a chance. Tara?
Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Hi,
Okay.
Hey, Tara, what's going
Hey.
on?
Oh, Dr. Paul. So I don't know what happened, but I got the flu, they said. A viral illness. I've been doing my green drink. I've been doing I don't know what the heck I got exposed to.
Junk in the air.
I wanted to see what should I be doing? I mean, I've definitely been doing my green drink, my water. What else should I be doing? They gave me
What are some of your symptoms, real quick? What are some of your symptoms?
the chill, headache. I've been going to the bathroom a lot. Sneezing, coughing.
Any diarrhea at all?
Not diarrhea, but
Okay, good.
regular bowel movements.
Okay, good. So that means that, see, the reason why I asked that, because, we got this thing called the quademic that's going around where you got a
Yes.
little bit of the norovirus, which is that stomach bug. So immediately, if anyone has a stomach bug or you start feeling queasy in the stomach, that's the black elderberry. Black elderberry is very quick in putting that out. So it's not the diagnosed treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. So black elderberry, especially the ones from Israel, that would be the best ones. Okay, sorry, Tara, go ahead.
So I wanted to see what else I should be doing. I mean, I've been doing the vitamin C. I just elderberry.
Yeah.
And some additional vitamins, but I wanted to see what else I should be taking.
Yeah. Now, do you have a good syrup outside of the elderberry? Do you have like the Old Indian, the cherry bark syrup? That would be a good one also.
Okay, no.
Okay, it's Dr. Tiara's cherry bark syrup right now, but I would get something like that. Now, here is the key. Here's how you whip when you're dealing with a virus or some kind of flu bug. The one thing you have to do is overwhelm it. So what you want to do is not only when you take your herbs, whatever they may be, because there's a plethora of them out there, just like that old Indian wild cherry bark syrup or that they call it Dr. Tiara's. But the elderberry, all of those things are good. But here's the key. Here's the key: hydration and plenty of rest. You gotta lay down. You gotta shut it down. And that means when I say shut it down, you got to take some time off. Sometimes you got to take a day off and just get nothing but rest. And I'll give you an example. Your body recovers at such a high 10 to 20 times faster when you're asleep. So that's why you got to get into that deep sleep. And when you take the herbs, go lay down. And that recovers and regenerates that much faster every time. But you gotta shut it down. That means when you get the flu or a cold, go lay down, get under them covers and shut it down. Got it? And then when you wake up, hydrate yourself, reinstitute the herbal combinations or whatever you chose to do, and then you go back to bed. You gotta get that rest. The rate, and I think people have forgot about how rest is such a pivotal part along with hydration. You got to rest. You got to shut it down. And it's hard because the phone's ringing. You might have family, children, whatever, something's going on. You're like, I can't get no rest around here. Everybody said the TV's on. I mean, literally, this is what I have to make my son do. I say, shut off the phone, the TV, the lights, everything. Get in the bed. And even if it's in the daytime, I'll tell them, turn the blinds black so you can go to sleep. You
Yes,
gotta
buddy.
get that rest. I'm gonna tell you that the body heals so much faster when you just give it what it needs and you just shut it down. And if you do that, you'll recover at a rate so much faster with that flu. It'll be gone very quickly.
So you said tiara syrup?
Yeah, Dr. Tiara's cherry bark syrup.
Oh, cherry bark syrup. Okay.
Cherry bark syrup. And it used to be
Old Indian
Old
wild
Indian.
cherry. Well, yeah, they changed it.
Yeah, trying to be conscious with, of course, the Indians.
Correct.
Now they do have also, and this is for those that have children, they do have a children's version of that. Okay. And the only difference is that one has alcohol, the other one does not. Now, if you are sensitive to alcohol, and if you want to really get this in the system and it has alcohol, all you would do and this is for any tinctures that have alcohol, all you want to do is put it in a cup and let it sit, whatever that dosage is, for about 10 minutes. In about 10 minutes, the alcohol dissipates. Now you can give it to a child, okay? Or now you can give it to yourself. That's how we give it to children if it has alcohol. I try to tell folks you really don't want fermentation because it's changing the pH. So if you have tinctures, some people say, well, I take herbs, I take liquid herbs. Try to get the ones always with no alcohol because they put grain alcohol in there. Got it? And that's for the purposes of opening up the pores, but it also preserves the herb in there. But sometimes it's not kosher for some people. So you just take the dosage, put it in a cup, let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then it'll dissipate. You'll even know it because you're not going to smell the alcohol anymore. Okay?
Okay. Sounds good. And
All
I have
right.
a quick testimony. I just want to thank you for all your wisdom. My mom had an infection in her toe. I had shared with you a little bit a while back, and the doctor wanted to remove her toe.
What?
I told her do not allow them to remove. They wanted to remove her toe before they even knew what was going on.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And once she got the test back, it was blood flow in the toe.
So wait a minute. Say that again now. They wanted to remove her toe?
They wanted to remove her toe
because of an infection.
Because of an infection before they had the test results showing if it had blood flow.
Wow.
Wow, that's deep.
We
That's deep.
We were going off at the hospital. We were like, ain't no way you're going to remove her toe. You don't even know. Oh, well, I have to say, it was like 3 or 4 doctors that said, oh, you need to get your toe removed. We were advocates of it, and we were just like, no. She was rolling. They were taking her in an operating room, and they even said, oh, we have it for your toe to be amputated. No. We were like, no.
This is crazy.
It was
This is crazy.
It was crazy.
So what happened? You got me on the edge of my seat now. What happened?
So we were like, no, she did not have it removed. They went in, they removed the infection, they closed it up. She had a wound nurse come and service it, and now she's back to wearing a regular shoe.
Look at that. Praise God.
Look at that.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Big B, I think that was a stealth testimony
here we
right
go.
there.
There's
She
always a
snuck that one
stealth
in
somewhere.
there. Hey,
Yeah, but-
everybody, y'all better come off mute for Tara. Everybody,
Congratulations,
that
Tara.
is amazing.
Amen.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Praise the
See,
Lord.
you know what's amazing about this you know, about the family tree is
That was
that
God.
the wonderful thing that I love about the family tree is that we get these amazing stories, and you know you
Praise
you
God.
can't make this stuff up, y'all. You can't make this stuff up, you know. And this just shows you real life of things that don't make the media, and if they don't, you know, it's happening to real people. I see this all the time, and people say, "Oh, Doc, you always talk about that." I'm telling you, stuff like this comes on all the time. And when I hear stuff like this, it just blows me away that, you know, your bedside manner is horrible. You know, that you're telling somebody to remove their toe and everybody's agreeing. Yep, I think it needs to go too. Yep, everything. Whoa, wait a minute. Nobody talking to me. That's what...
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
And
That's...
Nisha had recommended a wound nurse. And so we got her a wound nurse, and it's crazy. I just have to say, thank God, you have to be an advocate for your own health.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
You have to
for others.
And for others.
And for others.
My mom was like, I guess they need to remove it. And I was like, no. I said, Mom, you can't grow it again. You can't grow a new toe. But they feed you all this information, and it's sad, but you really have to be an advocate for your own health.
Now, you know what I'm thinking about, Tara? I'm thinking about what comes in my mind now is just think if there was not someone like yourself that had that step forward to say no, then most people would have gone along with the program. And they would have had it removed. Or how many people are right now don't have a toe because of what they said, you know, and like you said, with proper care, making sure it's not getting infected. Did you recommend anything for her as far as like any specific herbal things that she was taking to keep the infection down?
Well, we didn't recommend anything herbal. One, now she's doing much better. I want to make an appointment to come see you.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah. We're gonna make an appointment.
Well, prayers go out to you and your family. You know, thank God for you. Thank God for you. Let me tell you. Yes, absolutely.
And thank God for you. Thank God.
I appreciate you. I'll tell
Listen,
hey,
you're such
you
an
know,
advocate. You're such an advocate, and you make us become advocates of our health. So I can't thank you.
Yes, amen.
Yes.
So very true.
Yes, God be the glory. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Tara. That was powerful. That was a powerful testimony right there. Woo! Y'all better ask questions. Ask questions.
I know that's right.
Right.
Dr. Paul, I've been telling patients this week that don't know, you know, they don't know what they don't know, so they don't know what to ask. And I told them, just be an aggravating little toddler. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Why? You getting in good trouble. That's why.
Why and why?
That's the why.
Also,
That's the why.
Until you get an answer that you understand and makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Talk to me like
and even then get a second opinion.
Exactly.
I was gonna say that because most of the time you do not have to make a decision right then and there.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That is absolutely right, Bianca.
And you don't want to make a decision under distress.
Yeah. Yeah. So what you're doing is that you don't want to make it under distress. That is so true. So you have to prove that I need this and I need it right now. If not, I'm going to do what I can do to make sure that we can do whatever we can do outside of that and let that be the last resort.
Amen.
You know. So wow, this is powerful. That's powerful. All right, so let's see. Who else we got there, Big B? Thank
Well,
you,
you know,
Tara.
look. If you don't get in here, we're not gonna get in because we're at 53.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I better
we
do
have
something
we're at
here.
53, and you have 3 other folk in line. So
All right. And I know y'all been waiting because I said, you know what? I found this and I said, you know what? I got to start talking about this because, you know, the power of thought, just like Neetha was saying, she even said, I'm going to change my language this week. Did you say that? Did you say that?
Yeah.
She said, I'm going to change my language because it really makes a difference. What you say comes out of your mouth and how it affects everything around you. Did you know it's the same thing when it affects people that you run into? You know, if you start speaking to somebody with love and appreciation, you're going to feel that love back. But then when you throw that negativity out there and you putting that out there, guess what? This is why we say don't yell at your children, speak positive affirmations over your children, pray over your children, because that really means it stays with them. So I want to show you a experiment that was done. And I want to show you this was the difference between water before and after prayer. Woo!
all right
Water. I got your attention, BB. I know I got your attention.
Yeah, you know that's right, buddy. Bring it on.
1821.
So think about that. Water before and after prayer. Now, this was Dr. Emotos. I don't know if you know Dr. Emotos, but he was actually he actually was very prominent in research about the effects of language and speak and consciousness with objects and things, especially like plants, things like water, whole lot of different things. So I want to show you something. So everybody go on mute. I'm going to mute everybody. Got it? All right. And I want y'all to listen to this documentary. It's just going to be about 3 minutes. It's only about 3 minutes, but you got to see this because it's amazing. It's amazing. All right. Let me know if you can see it. All right, Big B?
Yep, sir.
Can you see it?
It's it's there.
Okay. All right. So here it is. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
This is after prayer. the same water, not the different water. This is the same water. Before and after. Wow.
That's deep.
Do y'all see this?
Wow. Yes.
Is that powerful or what?
Yes.
You can see that? That means that what you're saying out your mouth has power. And that's why when you wake up in the morning, you should have positive affirmations, even if it don't look good. You got to put it out there that, yes, it is good. I'm going to do well. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to have no pain today. You know, the God, you know, pray in your way that you need to reach God. Just reach out and say, hey, Lord, I ain't going to have no pain today. You know, this is what I'm not going to have a headache today. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get off this medication. If that's what your goal is, whatever your goal is, your affirmations, you got to put it out there. And the reason is because if you don't do it, then it's never going to happen. Now, some of the things that I got one more I want to show you. I want to show you this one. I'm going to show you this one, and this is the last one I show. There's so many that are out here, but these are the effects of the experiments that are done with putting your energy to things. So if that means what happens when you're speaking this and you're speaking negative about somebody, you see what happens? So I want to show you this next one. This one's called the impossible rice experiment. The impossible rice experiment. Make sure you go on mute. Okay, make sure you're on mute. Everybody on mute. All right, I'm going to show you this one. This is the last one we're going to do.
While you sitting up, listen to this thought. What I am is a gift of God. What I make of myself is my gift to God.
That's right. Amen. Amen. Or, you know, the other ones, the most powerful ones, is that the power of life and death resides in your tongue.
Amen.
Right? And also that the man, so that a man thinketh, so he is.
Yes, sir.
You know, so many scriptures that deal with this. So can y'all see this one right now?
Yep,
Can you see it?
Roll.
All right, I'm gonna let this roll.
In this experiment, I want to see if our thoughts can affect the world around us. You've probably heard people say that our thoughts shapes our reality, and it's this I want to put to the test. This experiment will show that thoughts are vibrations and have different frequencies, and thus affect our circumstances. The late researcher Dr. Masaru Emoto conducted a study lasting many years to see if human consciousness can affect the molecular structure of water. In his research, he exposed water to different words, pictures, and songs, and then froze the water to examine it with microscopic photography. The water exposed to positive speech and thoughts resulted in beautiful crystal formations, and the water exposed to negative speech and thoughts gave ugly crystal formations. Granted, his research has been criticized for both right and wrong reasons. Personally, I keep an open mind. The rice experiment I'm about to try, it's not a very scientific approach, obviously, and it doesn't really prove anything. but it's a very interesting experiment nonetheless, and it seems to be working every single time. Since rice absorbs water when you cook it, you can basically conduct the same research Dr. Masaru did. I approached the experiment by purchasing 3 brand new glass containers. I cooked some rice and added the exact same amount of rice in each container. And every day for about 2 months, I'd spend 60 seconds per container telling them either negative or positive things. The container marked love. I'd say nice things such as, "You're awesome" and "I love you." And to the container marked hate, I'd say horrible things such as, "You don't deserve to live" and "You make me sick" and "Go and kill yourself." And the container marked ignore, I do just that. It's been about 9 weeks now and it's finally over. And I'm happy to tell you that it's a success. Alright? And this is what happened.
Ooh.
Alright, so the container marked with love it's in quite good shape. It's a little yellow, but I'd probably eat it. Alright. And the container marked hate it's in bad shape. Alright? This is quite disgusting. There's no way I would even touch this. The container marked ignore it's in better shape than the container marked hate, but it's still quite disgusting. It's actually quite surprising because I thought that the container marked ignore would be in the worst shape of all. But for some reason, it's not. You know, I've seen people doing this experiment and the container marked ignore would always, in most cases, be the one in the worst shape. This experiment, it just proves to me that our thoughts is not just an interior force, but also an exterior force, which means that our thoughts gives out some kind of energy, you know, vibrations when we think about something and it goes outwards. Now, you might think that there's room for coincidence, but this works every time. If you want to try it yourself and narrow down your odds, try using 25 containers or even 50 containers. This works and it shows that our thoughts literally shapes our life. It all starts in your mind. What you think and feel, you will become. If you think in positive terms, your life will be positive in every aspect of life. I guarantee it.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's
Did y'all see
amazing.
that? Did you see that?
Dr. Paul, please put those links in the chat.
Okay, will do. Isn't that amazing? That is amazing.
That's beyond amazing, man.
See, so now you saw those 3 jars, right? One was
Yes.
love, one was hate, and one was ignore.
Ignore. Wow.
Now,
That's
can
deep.
you imagine? This is compared to how we treat our relationships. How you dealing with raising your child or your children or the one that's your significant others. Got it? This is what's happening. And this is why we're tearing down sometimes. We'll see that people are just, you know, you're even when they give that energy and love, you're going to see that. And it starts to, you know, to blossom. There was also another experiment where they took children in like a high school, and young boys and girls, and they had 2 trees. And one was in a box, and the other one, both of them were the same identical trees. And on one side, the students went over and said, "Love, we love you. You're awesome. You're beautiful. Everything love." On the other one was, "I hate you." They're cussing. They're doing all this stuff. You should have saw the experiment of what that was at the end of it. The one in the other box had already died. Almost,
my.
it died almost 3 weeks before the other one was even blossoming up. It just kept going up and it was growing and it was more life bringing. So that what does that mean at the end of the day? I attach that also to now how you attach your health. How are you looking at your health? Are you waiting for something to happen? Or are you just putting it out in the universe and saying, hey, I'm going to get well. I'm going to be successful, whatever it is. It could be a new job. It could be a new, life or something that you're pursuing. Something that may be a book. Hey, it's time to write that book. It's never over. Got it? We say what? If you breathing, you got a shot,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Which means not just physically, but that's in everything that you do. So I want you, till we see you next week, I want you to start to manifest these things by positive talk and just see the results of what happens in your life. And it does mean what you're taking in your food. So that means that says something about also when you're taking your herbs, Big B. When you're taking your
Well, I know
herbs, you
that's right,
stirring your
buddy.
green drink. What you doing?
Well,
You're talking to the green drink. Hey,
well,
guess
don't you
what,
know?
y'all? Guess what? Your blood pressure going down today, Jack.
I know that's right, buddy.
Blood pressure going down today.
Wow.
Ain't gonna be no arthritis going on. And that green drink saying, all right, we got it now. That's it.
Yeah.
And boom. And I remember, it was funny because my father, I used to laugh at my father, Big B. He's a carpenter. I'm a son of a carpenter. How about that? So anyway, he was always saying, like I would go on jobs with him when he was working, right? And he would be building something or doing something, right? And then he'd have a nail. This is old school right here. He got a nail or something or a screw or something that wouldn't cooperate. He would just start talking to the nail and say, come on,
I know
now.
that's right.
You ain't gonna be he used to talk to the car, and if the car wasn't started, he said, come on now.
That's right. Talk to this.
He got to talk to the cars. He was talking to everything.
Yeah, man.
And guess
Yeah,
what?
man.
It always ended up working. I was like, Daddy, you got some
Enjoy it.
kind of magic there. Because every time you start talking to these things, it starts to work. So
My,
now
my.
I know why. So word to the wise is sufficient. I want you all to take that and make sure you guard your tongue. Got it? Guard your tongue. Watch the negative words you say about people, even, just in general. Start speaking positive affirmations. Got it?
Right. What was
All
the
right.
name of what was the name of the water one first, Dr.
The
P?
water, the one that was the water, it was called, and I'll put it in the chat. How
Okay,
about that?
great. All right,
I'll
that's
put it
fine.
in the chat.
That's fine.
It's called water before and after prayer.
Okay, right.
Water
Okay.
before and after prayer. I'm gonna grab the link. I'm gonna put it down here for everyone to see. Was that
All right.
amazing? Was that just me? Was that amazing? That was
It was
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
well,
That is amazing.
I bought his
I'm
book in
gonna try it.
2005.
That was in the
Yes.
movie with the bleep. They showed that. You should see the
Yes.
one on music too.
Woo! So if you think about that, it's just water. Imagine what's happening to somebody's body in our cells. If we're made up of 80%, 75 to 80% water, imagine what's happening when somebody speaks negative in your life. You got it?
Yes,
Changing your
yes.
dynamics, changes your energy, So make sure you do it. I did put that link in there.
I see it.
That link out there. And let me grab the other one. And Big B, while we're doing that, do we have anyone else? We have a few that are left. I'll take these last three real
Then
quick.
we have
Okay?
Quincy and then Barbara and Cynthia. Quincy Vanessa. Okay. Well, let's go to Barbara because Quincy Vanessa not coming, but Barbie there. Barbara Turner.
Probably think you finished.
Impossible.
Oh, sorry. So Cynthia Douglas then. Cynthia,
Yes, thank you. I just have a quick question. What's a good antibacterial soap for your body, not just your hands, but for your body washing?
Yeah, a good one would be the black soap is good, but you can also do the olive oil soap. There's an olive leaf soap also. So remember, that's antibacterial and antiviral. So that's good. Mm-hmm.
You said the black soap and then the olive leaf soap?
Yep, olive leaf, if you can get it. Olive leaf is good. There's a lot of different ones out there. If you were to name some of them, all of them have antibacterial properties as long as you're getting it from this real source and they're not doing any chemicals or adding things to it. But all soaps usually have some level of antibacterial activity with them.
Right, but a lot of them have that drying agent, the sulfa, something, Laura sulfa, something like that.
SLS.
That's what I was trying to get away from.
Yeah, so just make sure it doesn't have any SLS.
Okay.
Sodium lauryl sulfates. That's what's actually with That's what makes things foam. So when you get soaps, make sure it has no SLS.
Okay.
Okay. Sodium lauryl sulfates.
And that's the only thing I'm looking for to make sure it doesn't have in there.
That is correct. And if
Okay.
it's a raw soap, because a lot of brothers and sisters are making their own soaps and they're making them from oils, essential oils, and they're using beeswax, things like that. They're using a lot of good stuff. Okay.
Okay, cool beans. Thanks.
Cool beans. All right, cool beans.
Cool beans. That's somebody sound like me. Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Hey,
Cool
spelled
beans.
with K-E-W-L, no not.
All right.
All right, let's see. We had Quincy, and did you ever come back, Quincy, Vanessa? How about Barbara?
Yeah. Barbara?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Barbara.
I just wanted to make it known, earlier someone had spoke about not knowing where to buy geyser water from, and I buy it by the case from the store called Roses, which is right on Adams Avenue, right near the boulevard.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, very good.
Roses on the boulevard. There you go. Roses on the boulevard.
All right, thank you, Barbara. And Quincy and Vanessa.
All right, thank you, Barbara.
Quincy, Vanessa.
You're welcome.
Does it look like Quincy, Vanessa? If you don't get it right now, make sure that you request the check. Oh, by the way, let me say something right here, guys. When you get when you get a copy of the check, I send it to you in what's called a PDF file. That file, guys, is what's called, it has a hot link to it. So when you download it, put it on your desktop, if you click on the link, even though it's just there, it will take you directly to the sites it's all referred to right there. So keep that in mind when you're requesting. Okay.
Hey, Bill, we're here.
Okay. All right. Real quick.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes. Hi, Dr. Paul.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
All right. Panic attacks. Can you speak on what happens to the body when you're going through it and your suggestions?
Yeah, this could be a lot of different things. You got to unpack it first to find out what can cause that. Could be, post-traumatic stress from something you went through, but it also could be something going on with the adrenals, the adrenal glands, fight or flight. If you put in that state of fight or flight, that's a endocrine disruption. So I would look at, evaluating the person before moving forward. Sometimes it's just, could have been what they've gone through. Of course, we have people that have been abused also with the spirit of fear on them. There's a lot of things that it could be. I would say they would need an evaluation before we can actually even try to address that. You got to sort of unpack what's going on with them, sort of get down to the results of what's going on. So we probe them and unpack whatever they may have been going through. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, there are some traditional herbs and things that are used for calmatives to bring your body back to state of balance. That would be the calmative herbs. Got it? Any calmatives. Calmatives, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any just food for the soul. One would be valerian roots. Valerian, Valerian. That's actually the same one that they mimicked where they got Valium from.
Okay.
Got it? That was the mimic of Valium. Also, you got willow bark. Willow bark is the willow bark tree. That's where aspirin was mimicked.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't it interesting how they're mimicking things?
How about that, right?
What, Dr. Paul, what about
ashwagandha?
Ashwagandha.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ashwagandha is in that family also. Ashwagandha. You got Bacopa, Bacopa. Got it?
Yes.
Also, lion's mane.
Okay.
That's the mushroom family.
Okay.
Or chaga. Chaga is another one. So there's a lot of them. Lavender. These are all what's called kava kava is another one.
L-theanine.
Yep, you got a lot of them out there. Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
So you see where you have to address the issue from the internal out. You got it? Inconsistencies on the outside represent inconsistencies on the inside. So you got to see what the person has been going through. Sometimes they just need a lot of support. And a lot of stuff to get off their chest about what may or may not have ever happened. So you got to unpack it from a lot of ways. That's where our counselor and grief counselors and people come in to sort of help them with that, So If they ever need that, if anybody ever needs that, let me know. Just give me a call. We have grief counselors on the holistic perspective. So if you have something you want to talk about, spiritual guide, that can help you in coaches, things like that. So, matter of fact, a good friend of mine, part of our humanitarian organization, he's going to join us. His name is Eddie Sheffield, his coach Eddie Sheffield. He's going to join us probably in another couple of weeks or so, and he's a life coach. He helps people with those things and situations like that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna put him in. I want y'all to blow his phone up. Hold up. I want y'all to blow his phone up. Let me give you his number right now.
All right. Go ahead.
He's a life coach. He's a life coach. His number is 215-954-6490. He deals with grief. He deals with, the life coach of what's going on in your life. He helps you bring things in order and perspective, talk it out. Bro, let me tell you, when you talking about praying, brother, woo, he'll help you. He'll help you in the ways of getting your mind and stuff together. Sometimes it's Coach Eddie. He's just, everybody knows he lives in Charlotte. He's down in Charlotte. But
repeat the number. Can you repeat the number?
Sure. It's 215-954-6490. I'm in trouble. I am in trouble. That's why I told you, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. I'm gonna tell on you. I'm gonna tell it. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Quincy. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, Big B. What was that? Anybody have the last question? Anything?
No, you said his name. I'm sorry. Coach.
Yes, his coach Eddie. Last name is Eddie Sheffield. SCHEFFIELD.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, this is Neetha. For the next show, I'm going to find that with the Negro League, League, one of the, of course, he's passed away, but his name is James Dean.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Dean. That was my buddy.
Yeah. I had the opportunity. I had the opportunity to meet him.
Yes.
Because his brother was my patient out in Amber.
Yes.
And I bought the book from him with all the Negro National League. I have it here. I'm going to find it.
Oh, excellent. Yes, please do so. Jimmy Dean was a true heart. He was one of my, he was something to my heart. Because, I was a little hoppy. I was running around there a little hoppy.
Yeah.
And boy, them were the funniest dudes you will ever imagine. And a whole lot of stuff they were talking, I can't even mention it in this platform. But y'all can imagine. You can imagine they were the beautiful brothers, Yes. And matter of fact, the last time I saw Jimmy, we went to his hospital when he was in hospice, and we went and visited him. And then 2 days later, after we visited him, he passed on. So, that was my buddy, man. Yeah, Jimmy. He actually had an herb for me, Neetha. He said, "I got an herb for you." You can imagine he was something. Jimmy Dean was something. Yes. Oh, please find that for me. Please find that.
I sure will.
Yes. All right. Let's see. What was it? Anybody else had a question before we sign off? Somebody had something?
Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Dr. Paul, how you doing, sir?
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
My name is Mikey L. I'm from South Philly, but I currently live in San Antonio.
Okay.
And I have, my mom, the Bible says, Proverbs chapter 20:24 says, man's goings is of the Lord. How can you know your own way? And the reason why I brought that out is because we have a serious issue over here. And I have two questions. One question is, do you guys accept TRICARE?
No, see, remember, we're not dealing with pharmaceutical drugs. So some, now I'm going to say this now because some, based on the RM3A that I do, some can get reimbursed. So there have been some, you would have to just contact them. I'll give you the information about the testing that we do. Some have gotten reimbursed, yes. So some of them, it's all based on what coverage that you have. Mm-hmm.
All right. The other thing is, all right, so I'm going to try to keep it short, but it's a little long, but not long. And here's the reason why. My wife, She 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 was a very healthy. She was a very healthy young lady. She's only 40 in her 40s. She lost like 90 pounds out of nowhere. Then skin dried up, like completely dried up to where it was bleeding. We went to several doctors. They couldn't figure out what was wrong. And then she's been going through all these different doctors. We finally went to a dermatologist. The dermatologist prescribed, what is it called? Prednisone. The prednisone. Before she got the prednisone, she went in the hospital. They gave her IVs to kind of replenish her skin, but she could barely walk. After the prednisone, now she's having boils all over her body, like
Yeah.
boils, and the doctors don't understand what's going on. And my question is this something you probably experienced before? Is this something
Absolutely.
wrong?
Absolutely. So let me just make it real quick because we got to go, Mike, but definitely give me a call. I want you to give me a call. You're in San Antonio, but we can do a conference call, phone call, okay, with you and your wife. Remember here, that's a perfect example. Whenever you see boils coming out of the body, that's immediately you come to blood. Got it? Blood. That means your body's detoxing. Your liver's trying to push it out of the system by pushing it out of the skin. That means it's at the very critical rate to where the body says, I can't get this out. I got to do whatever I got to do to push it out of you. So if I'm not releasing it from the bowel of the urine or through any excrements, I'm going to push it out of your skin. That's what the bumps, the blisters, the boils are. So we got a detox, and that would be a lymphatic detox. Got it? So with that, you remember back in even the biblical, you quoted a biblical scripture, right? But you know, there's a Bible verse that says, "May I purge myself with hyssop."
Yes, sir,
Got
brother.
it? So that's what. Guess what hyssop is? It's a blood cleanser.
Yes,
That's what
sir.
was used for things like anything that you remember you had. There was things where they said Jesus actually healed somebody because they had boils all over their body. Guess
Yes.
what? Yeah, that had a lot to do with the herbs that were to clean the blood. That's what it is. So let's talk that. Take this number down. Okay. If you don't have the number, it's 1-877-377-2854. That's my number. Okay. 1-877-377-2854. Let's do a phone consultation. And with that, we can get you on point and I'll walk you through it step by step. All right. But be encouraged, my brother. I want you to be encouraged. You clean the body, you clean the blood, you clean the body because all of the blood in the body flows through every organ every 20 minutes. So when you clean the body, you're going to clean it all. Got it? All right.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Yes, sir, man.
Thank you.
I'm his mother, and I sent him the text. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
All right, not a problem.
Let's give a shout out to Wadia for being an
That's great.
ambassador of health. She's getting that award today.
All right now.
She's
I know
hooking them
that's
now.
right.
She's hooking them.
Thank you.
Hey, how about just thanks to Mike for being obedient to his mama? Otherwise, he's gonna get
That's right, Mike. Thanks, Mike, for being obedient to his mama. That's right.
Thank you.
Because Mike, she would have got a stick on you, boy.
Well, I know that's right, boy.
All the way to Texas. Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All
God
right,
bless
not a
you.
problem.
God
Not a
bless you.
problem.
God bless you, Mike. All right. I'll look forward to hearing from you, okay?
Yes.
All right.
All right, man.
All right.
We
All right,
are
Big
there,
B.
buddy.
All right, man. We went over time a little bit, but I think it's important. I hope you got something out of this tonight, y'all. Big B, tell them how can they participate and be a part of the family tree. Help them with the part of helping us. You do a lot, buddy. I want to say thank you so much, Big B, because you help us so much with getting the YouTubes and the Facebooks and all those. So tell them how they can be a part of that, and if they want to make a donation to us, how they gonna do it, buddy?
Yeah, man. And hey, guys, listen very carefully because there were a lot of folk who put requests inside the chat for the chat. Okay. So listen, make sure. Let me say this very carefully before Dr. Paul starts the music.
Say it slow,
get a
Biggie.
copy
Say it slow.
of tonight's chat, guys. Send me an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. Okay. Again, it's mechavideo@gmail.com. Now, to support the family tree, use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN. Again, that's BILMORGAN. And if you use through your bank, that's Zelle. That ID is mechavideo@comcast.net. Mechavideo@comcast.net. Of course, we have a P.O. Box in Mullica Hill. That's Bill Morgan. P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Guess what? Bring your friends. Bring your enemies. Bring your frenemies. Bring everybody. And by the way, I got some good stuff in there, man. Listen, this chat is going to be...
Please put it in the chat.
That child is in the chat right now. Listen, why he just be obedient and get the chat. How about that? Hallelujah.
All right, I want to thank y'all. Put your hands together. Did you learn anything this evening? Did you learn anything? All right.
Thank you. Yeah, man. That's it, buddy.
I want to say God bless y'all. And hey, without a doubt, let's give our host with the most, Big B, Bill. Yo, yo, yo. Thank y'all so much. You know, that's why we say this information, we charge you nothing but the truth, but go tell somebody. You want a real blessing this week? Go tell somebody all this information we learned tonight. And share, also share. Yes, thank you, Queen. Then share this information. That means charge to click on and share the show with somebody. Send it to about 10 people. Send it to 10 people. About 10 people, Big B. Would that work?
Yeah, man, that would be great.
Yes.
Everybody share this info.
Share this information. Share the link to the YouTube so that you can now be helping somebody.
There you go,
God
buddy.
bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing,
got a shot.
Got a shot. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Tap it out.
Funny how time goes.
Yeah, man. Time rolls, man. You know.
What's up, Jaron?
Ron, what's up?
I see you, Marcy. Marcy got me over there, Big B.
Yeah.
All right, tap. Come on down. Tap on tap.
When I grew up,
tap.
I know that's right.
You should be doing this tapping every day, y'all. Y'all tapping every day.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. I want you to tap. Get that lymphatic system moving, right?
All right.
The lymphatic system is under attack right now.
Yeah, Ron, get it, buddy. Tap on, that guy.
And breathe.
Get it on. Get the tapping going.
Breathe.
Breathe.
And what I want to say is like, you want to stretch a little bit. Put your hands together.
Hey, Lisa. Lisa Hopkins made it into the
Is Lisa in here? You kidding me? Lisa not in here.
Go ahead, Lisa. Love you, girl.
Is she in here?
Yeah, got the whole family in the house, man. That's what's
Lisa?
up.
I don't see Lisa. Where's Lisa?
Go Eagles. She's in there. I see you.
Okay, where's Lisa? Lisa, you in here?
Yeah, she's in there. One
about time we're here. Hey, I want y'all to give, first of all, I see you, Lisa. Lisa, take yourself off mute. Darren, help her with the mute. Can you get her off mute? Lisa, get off mute. Can you get her off mute? Run downstairs and get her off mute.
Yeah.
Listen, I want y'all to hear that my wife, y'all remember when she had a stroke about 3 or 4 years ago, right?
Yeah,
about 4
buddy.
years ago.
Yeah,
She was on something like 7 medications. She was on 7 medications, heavy medications. Hey, there she is. Hey, there she is. And Lisa was on 7 medications. But guess what? She's down to 1 medication.
Shut
taking
your
it
front
1
door.
time
Go
a
ahead
day.
now.
1 time a day.
Well,
Lisa, shout out.
go ahead, girl. Yep. The queen is in the house.
Love you, babe.
Indeed.
And there's Sharon. And I want to say she's doing incredible.
Yeah, man.
Blood pressure
That's what it's all
is
about,
so
man.
good. I think her blood pressure is better than my blood pressure. All right, so let's tap it out.
All right, big boy.
Come on down. We already went through the face, right? We already went through the face, went through the hands. I want you to grip it up right here. And you try to move that. And when you lock them together like this, I want you to 1, 2, 3, try to pull it apart. Pull. Feel the outside of the arms. Feel it, right? The shoulders, right?
Yeah.
And release. Good. Another. Take again. 1, 2, 3, and pull. And release. Good. And breathe. And out. I want you to take it up, reverse it. Bringing it to the top. Good. Take it to the top.
A lot of
Y'all
good
got a
folks
nice little beat there, Big B.
on
Got a
Facebook
nice little
tonight.
beat there, buddy. And push.
Victoria, Phyllis Wingate, KK.
And push.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
you, Connie. I see you, Connie. I've been looking for you now. I've been looking for you now. Push.
Yeah.
And push. Come on, Queen. Stop looking
Well,
now.
well,
Put your
well.
hands up, Queen.
Linda, like that.
There you
Glad
go.
to see you. Gotcha.
All right. Now,
We'll
this
see
is
ya.
where this
Phyllis
one gets.
Wingate.
Now, pay attention now. Pay attention now. You gotta
Linda
pay
Johnson.
attention. I want everybody, Big B,
Yeah, buddy.
move to your right. Everybody move to your right.
Yeah,
The
buddy.
right. The other.
The other right, y'all. The other right, y'all.
And bring it on back. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. And then we're going to go to the left. Everybody to the left.
That's just good. Glad to see you on Facebook.
Good. And stretch. And
Yeah.
come on down, and bring the head.
Yeah.
That felt good.
All right. Yeah.
Breathe out.
Ramona,
You gotta walk with me again today.
Breathe out.
Donna AC. Good to see you on
In.
Facebook. Yeah. Brenda Moore,
One more. Breathe in.
glad to have you on Facebook.
And
Simona,
breathe
from
out. Good.
Southside, glad to see you on
Clap it up.
Facebook.
Clap it up.
Uh-huh.
Clap it up.
Gotcha.
All right, when you
Michelle
clap it,
Sylvester,
we're gonna move into
Stephanie.
doing She Gone. We're gonna get a little energy. So rub your hands together.
Yeah.
Clap.
Claudia Banks Harris, glad to see you
And rub.
on Facebook.
Clap.
Yeah.
And rub. Clap. And rub. Clap.
Joy Nixon,
And rub.
glad to see you, brother.
Clap. And rub and get an energy
Yep,
bag.
yep.
Take that and just put it all over your body. Good intentions, right? Y'all know what
Linda
you say. What you say?
Johnson,
I am
Facebook.
beautiful. I am
Gotta
wonderful.
recognize everybody
I am
on
healthy.
Facebook side. Dr. T.
I am in no pain.
Yep,
all
yep.
that stuff. Right, Queen? That was
Yep,
good.
yep.
That was good. That's right. I'm doing good. I had no pain. That's right. Put it all over yourself. That's right.
Yeah, buddy.
Come on, one more time. Clap.
Okay, now that I'm trying to get everybody in, let me come back.
Get that heat
I'll get
going.
my
Get
exercise
that
in
heat
there.
going. Heat.
Get it, Linda. Get them hands up.
Come on, come on.
That's it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And last one. And stop. And move that top one. Keep the bottom one still.
Yeah, buddy.
Feel that energy. Feel like that.
Yeah, man.
Feel
Yeah,
like
man.
a little
Yeah, man.
ball of energy. Take that with good intentions. Bless yourself. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And thank you.
Yeah. See you, Big Mark. Yes, sir, buddy. See you on the
All right, let's see who
weekend.
can dance out there. Who can dance? Come on. And Kamara. Is Kamara still in here?
Kamara's still there. I hear.
She in there cooking, Big B. She in there cooking.
Yeah, man. I see
She's
ya.
chopping up some greens.
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
I saw you, Kamara.
I've been cooking all night long. I have my eyes on.
All right. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go,
Get it, Queen. Get it, Queen.
Go, Marcy. I can't keep up with Marcy because Marcy be moving too fast.
Wonder Campbell, do the wonder. Do the wonder. She's in the house now. Whoop. Do the wonder.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bianca. Bianca's jamming over there, baby.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Man.
All right, we're going to count it on down and we're going to see y'all
Yeah,
on
buddy.
the weekend, all right?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, Big B, 10,
Yeah.
9,
Yeah.
8, 7,
Yep.
6, 5,
Yep.
4, 3,
Yep.
2,
Yep.
and 1. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all next week on the family tree.
Yes, sir, buddy.
Y'all take care.
Yeah, buddy.
And Big B, give him a shout out for the weekend, buddy.
You
Where we
got
gonna
it,
be
man.
on the
See you
weekend?
on the. Just one time. See you on what? WRD 96.1 FM, 900 AM, Black Talk Media right here in Philadelphia.
All right. We'll see y'all later.
You got it, buddy.
Love y'all much. Love y'all. Shout outs to Facebook fam over there.
Yes, sir. I call it right everybody's name on Facebook. Got your favorite random down the list, buddy.
Excellent.
Hey, little mama, good seeing you. You're beautiful.
All right.